side of things. So what do we want right off the bat?
I mean, we know Vitality has been a menace on the map of Dust 2 throughout the entirety of the year. Now, throughout this tournament, they built on that record. They won 30 out of 34 games on the map. We know them to be super, super efficient on it as well. Also a map where everything you're asking for, Devilwalk, in terms of productivity, playing aggressive on the CT side, enabling Cyru to push Catwalk with the AWP, to be aggressive in middle. We see a lot of the nade plays as well in the smoke, that if you are smoking off middle, they will counter it by opening the smoke in middle, letting Cyru does his work, and the double off setup as well from Rubs is coming into play. I feel like Vitality have a lot of different things they can do on a map like Dust 2 to counter whatever Kerrigan is coming with. So I expect Vitality to be significantly more competitive in this map, without a doubt.
No, I completely agree, and it's a perfect map for their players to start to get going, to start to warm up into this best of 5. And they need to, because I also think that Dust 2 is the win condition for FaZe. That's where they've seen some kind of weakness for this Vitality side. And yeah, I just hope to see a more, distinct Cyvu, a more, fearsome Cyvu on this server, use his AWP, use all those, different ways that you can utilize it, because you can do so much with this AWP on the map like Dust 2. You can be in every single situation on both sides to get impact, so that's what I want to see.
I also want to just see FaZe keep their foot on the throat, though, because the proactive CT side is what Spirit didn't have yesterday when they were playing Vitality. And so Vitality had all of the nades that they wanted, and they had cat control on top of it. So if you're FaZe, you need to keep Vitality honest, pushing lower tunnels, pushing top mid, making Vitality burn a few of those mollies early, burn their smokes, burn their flashes, so that the cat hit isn't so potent. Because if Vitality are on cat, and they have 3 mollies, 2 smokes, 4 flashes, you are not holding that A-bomb site.
Just to go back to your point about Zyru needing a solid performance here, just in terms of the numbers, to be getting that MVP, to maybe be drawing himself closer to the best pair of 2025. What kind of duel are we going to see between him and Brokey on this Dust 2?
Well, Zywu has been, if not one of the best T-side Dust 2 players for the entire year, even surpassing numbers like Donk on that offensive side. And it's through versatility. Yes, he picks up the AWP to pick middle, and he is one of the best AWPers at just hitting that reaction shot as they're crossing middle. So if you're not nading that cross, expect to take damage, and that's one way that he opens up rounds for them, but also when he has to pick up the rifle too, just as ferocious. So there's so many ways that Zywu has the diversity of playstyles that are going to make him a factor in every round.
I think a key to victory on the side of FaZe Clan, though, knowing you're going up against Vitality, you're playing the best map in Dust 2, is the fact that the man on your screen right here, Jacob, is performing very well on Dust 2. It is, statistically speaking, out of the 6 maps he's played for FaZe Clan so far, the one where he performs the best. And we remember the game in Stage 2, I believe, against Aurora, where he for the first time stepped in, and he was a decisive factor on the T side, showing some of that crisp aim, showing that he's very good in these chaotic situations when they're running over catwalk, when they're executing it towards a bomb site. We also know that he's been struggling a little bit on Nuke, and he was playing well this time around. So for Jacob, this is a great moment to step up on a map he's comfortable on, and on a map where he's having his old roles before he even joined FaZe.
A chance for Vitality to square back up to FaZe. Their choice of Dust 2 awaits.
Doesn't just await, Freya. We are truly underway. Already Brokey up that catwalk, already positions taken towards long, already FaZe Clan with a map win.
Oh, and Jacob.
Already with a kill inside of the pit. Nate gonna find him, tracks him down out of the corner.
They killed him before he got 2 pistol kills. That's already a win here for Vitality.
His pistol round stats are through the roof right now.
Second best at the major. We all know who'd be #1.
And on top of that, we talk about just his impact on Dust 2. The desk aptly put it. Kind of a piece that FaZe Clan can lean on. Devilwalk called this map the win condition for FaZe.
Because of FaZe, before they played, if Vitality did not play FaZe, they'd have the best pistols.
Ooh, hold on, still pressure. Frozen finding rocks, bottom middle. Said they wanted to keep FaZe Clan on their toes. Vitality trying to get up through the catwalk. 3 players versus the 4 of FaZe, but they'll find Kerrigan's head on that ramp. Brokey, he's able to catch one with the headshot to Apex.
They get rid of him.
They keep trading that one back and forth, so they'll find a bit of sanctuary for the plant. Twists with the Berettas, catches them off guard. Can't get the frag fast, but Flamesy within that pocket of timing is able to catch Frozen, and then with 3 kills to his name, take his forward. Sorry, who's best in pistols?
All right. Flamesy shows up huge. Flamesy, not that reliable inside of playoffs. Looking for some revenge. bringing the pistol stats back into the favor of Vitality is a huge first step because, again, if you eliminate FaZe, if you remove them from the stats, Vitality the best pistol team at the major. Because of FaZe, FaZe are the best pistol team at the major. They beat them twice on Mirage, or twice on Nuke. The last time they played, they took the 2 pistols again. That has been an overwhelming reason for their success. So this clutch is massive for Flamesy.
We started Nuke with a clutch for Twists. Look how that map went. Flamesy trying to kick it off on the right foot.
I mean, this is Vitality. They're unbelievable on this map. They just, all their wins are single-digit losses for their opponents. As Maui brought up, it's Zywoo, who he has unbelievable stats. They use him so well as a star player. He's able to do everything. He's supported every time he goes to different positions, and Dust2 is all about mobility.
Mobile through the tunnels. They'll find Rox holding the flank. Completely vacant B site. Zywoo taking his time here. Not even planting that bomb, making sure nobody dies. I think that's key. Oof. Dunk a nade on him. Roki with the one off the USB, but so be it. This is FaZe converting. This is FaZe starting a map that, again, you know, they should have all the confidence in the world. There's just a question as to whether the result back on Nuke has put a dent in their overall confidence. Not the map-specific confidence, but just the one that they need tonight.
I mean, when most things happen in life, you can always tell yourself, we try again tomorrow. That's just not the case now. You know, we're no longer, there's no group stage second chance. There's no, this is a seeding match. This is the last. You have to play well now, today.
This is, yeah, the one and only best of 5 Budapest Grand Finals.
That's right, the first ever. World's first.
Couldn't think of better teams to duke it out.
Well handled by Jacob, man. His own molly as well.
Mezzy. Dirty. Late on the recovery there, catching Jacob.
But they're always stealing bases.
Always making moves. To the top of middle, to a vault, and to tunnels. Same story. Frozen, though, catching him off with the fact that 2 players pushed into this, keeps man advantage honest, right? 1 player the edge. And with the way he just ran back, there's a world where Flamesy thinks that he has already departed. But the reality is, right now, Frozen keeps a good timing on this flank.
He's got his guard down.
Vitality still don't know about it. Frozen's gonna work the body here, take his sweet time. And if he thinks they're gonna come back up catwalk, he may never find anything. Flamesy just passed those barrels.
This is strange. I mean, with how quickly Frozen moved, he knows that he's clear to go up cat. He knows that this is actually gonna be a long play right now.
You don't actually catch a kill in this 2 versus 3, but you do give yourself all the confidence you need to lock in on that cross.
He allows Brokey to stay facing forward and go wide.
Smoke's making it a bit more awkward. But still, Zywoo just shoots through it?
Whoa, yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. You might have been able to see him perched up on the ledge.
A little too scoped in towards the exit. Now Frozen gonna try his hand at it. Looking to dodge flashes. Down to only a couple of shots. Frozen back into the cover, and unfortunately with 6 points of health, that flank never comes to fruition except the bomb got dropped.
Wait, it's really awkward,
actually. That bomb got dropped, and now Flamesy picks it back up. Frozen may go back at this. Almost catching Flamesy on the chance to plant.
We've seen Frozen win some impossible rounds. As recently as yesterday, but yeah, there's got to be no way this happens.
Ooh, man, talk about keeping Vitality on their toes, though.
Big save from Zywoo, though. 2 kills for him. He just wasn't that good on Nuke. We didn't spectate him at the most unflattering moments, but he missed a lot of op shots back on Nuke. By the way, Kerrigan, his best map versus a top 5 team since they eliminated Spirit from Copenhagen last year. Back on Nuke.
Just went down.
Nearly 180 R on Vitality somehow.
Sorry, we're talking about the same Kerrigan that came into this major with his career low season, right?
You can't spell Kerrigan without carry.
This guy is sick of losing in major grand finals. And so he will keep that moving forward in mind.
But this is all going to be, it's going to be Zywoo watch the entire map. Can they counter him? One thing I'm wondering, and we'll see more about this in the second half, is all of the targeted utility they had to counter Rops in his favorite spots, whether he was on the ramp or falling back, sort of showed you how deep the prep goes from FaZe. You know, people like to joke and say, well, they just do whatever they want, right? But they clearly did show the game plan, and we saw Xtaz say, well, no, there was a game plan for us too. We just didn't execute it well. FaZe did both last time. I'm expecting that to definitely be different now.
kind of buy that FaZe Clan could throw a spanner in the works with, but it's not immediately as aggressive as some of their previous openings. They've already had this affinity for the tunnels push. I think that's going to keep Vitality on their toes. And just keeping Vitality there on guard for the start of this half, it's an important step for FaZe to make early. Missed shot. But Kerrigan should be feeling it. He brought up his stats for map 1. Can he tap back into it as this best of 5 goes on? Right now it's the climb up towards the catwalk for Vitality. Just gonna leave Mezzy to make sure nobody gets frisky over towards long. And Utility's got Kerrigan full white. Can't see a damn thing, but still tries to take that step into Flamesy.
Yeah, he's in form, so he doesn't move. He's in a spot right now where he just believes in every play. We've seen how many times Frozen has tried to push, and this is back on Nuke too, taking over ramp space, right? Like, FaZe are not playing afraid at all. And it's also true that Vitality are taking aggro, then drawing back, and like not leaving anybody there.
Empty gaps. Will they end up costing them right now? Flamesy jumps around the corner, loves the flying Mac-10. Oh, there it is! Desert Eagle out from CT spawn. Off coverage from ZywOo. Doesn't get the kill back. Bomb's got to cross over just with enough. ZywOo into the plant. He can only afford that one shot through that door. Just pressure alone here for FaZe.
Oh, if they're going to make this a tunnels play, it's just got to be extremely haste.
Man, that damn near forced an error out of Vitality. Just goes to show that they are on the brink. But ZywOo, freed up from the responsibility of the bomb, makes contact with that Jacob M4, and now it's been cut down. Tunnel side control. Back to the doorway, shots go ZywOo. Rob's gonna give him assistance, and so things stabilize. Very dangerous situation there for Vitality to handle, all made possible by FaZe and the franticness out middle.
Yeah, and also things like Kerrigan eating 2 flashes while standing up on the cat ledge, watching, not seeing anything actually come of it, and then peeking again, catches them falling back, and Vitality not willing to respect that and try to push back and threaten cat again. Instead, FaZe are staying fluid no matter what. They're not scared of a little presence being shown here from Vitality, and that's just giving them options, just giving them a chance to get this 3v1 inside of middle, and then another player pushing out. But ZywOo saves it.
Brokey awaits them with this heavy lean out of FaZe Clan. They waited for these guns.
You can see the lean. Last round for Vitality, you know, there wasn't actually that much pressure when they got that bomb down very late. When they eventually split B, they lost 2 players, but the clock was already low at that point.
Scared to see ZywOo almost be a part of that problem, right? Stopping for the one shot he could afford.
This has got to be a good hit. I mean, this smoke comes down and responds, actually, too.
Flamesy's ahead of it. That's pressure on Frozen. He's fine with it.
Wait, he's solo. He has to get these kills.
Plays outside of the doorway. Needed Apex to not catch his support piece, or maybe not. Frozen's got it on his own. A little more damage done there versus Rops will now sit on 30. 3 players for the retake here, FaZe.
This was actually not supposed to be a viable round here for the CT side, leaving Frozen alone, and now they're going for it.
Oh, just tries to dive through that smoke. That's the kit down. Somebody's gonna need to scoop that up between Brokey and Jacob if they think there's legs still for this retake. ZywOo, Hail Mary off shot, point blank. He'll find Jacob in the end. And so with it, Brokey sent off to the save. Vitality will slice their way to the B-bomb site yet again.
I mean, what we saw there was just great work out of Frozen, because there should have been no way for him to stop, especially with Twist dying with nothing right there. Tried to come in and help, but if Twist really thought that this was going to be a B play, he would have been on the other side of mid already. He would have been in the site somewhere with Frozen. They would have had a better way to stop that. But Frozen, I mean, he does amazing work to get 2 kills and give him a chance for the retake. Now, the way that this works in Vitality's favor is they actually try the retake and lose 2 more guys. This could have been 2 saves and a better economy situation here for FaZe Clan. So retake's not panning out. We've got Vitality punishing now. They got the 5 rounds in a row. And Dust 2 here is looking like all the Dust 2s we've seen from them in their past games. complete dominance most of the time. I won't say this looks like the nuke start, where, you know, FaZe looked so good, Vitality looked so bad at the beginning of nuke. It doesn't feel like FaZe looks so bad right now, so there is that. But for Vitality, they're walking through this half now.
Keep grinding those rounds, says Flamesy. And it has felt like a bit of a grind to get up into these splits. You know, Frozen gave you a moment to believe with damage onto Robs as well. But too much of an ask. Scary to see Frozen almost caught solo inside of that B bomb site. See what kind of evolutions coming to FaZe Clan off of the Neo pause.
Oh, what a tactic! Damn.
You know, Maui Snake had high praise for ZywOo and his ability to get impact through those doors. Well,
it's a sequence from Brokey.
Steps forward into the second shot into lower tunnels and a fast-moving FaZe Clan, not only through the Ops presence in middle, but then the lesser weapons taking over that empty space. It is Frozen on the hunt again. Same victim, potentially.
How's this push always working out so well?
Goes for the shots. Not ideal.
Nice turn out of Flamesy.
Remember, there's an AK down there on the ground already, so...
This bomb, where's it gonna go? It's watching this flank. Eventually wants to come back up cap, but now because there could be another lower push, Mezzi has to come back and watch this. This is gonna eat away time. And while Twist doesn't hang out there, he starts to move. They're still thinking about him and they have to go back and make sure.
What's wild is Twist never got either of those guns. There was an AK at his feet in lower tunnel. Still sits on the Desert Eagle.
Let's see if the zero greed will pay off. Yeah.
Brokey kicks this round off with two beautiful kills, but Kerrigan gets aggressive out long. He's starting to scramble all this. Apex has the weapon advantage. Gets the jump on Kerrigan, kills him. Tunnel's control looks good for Vitality. Twists, preoccupied with mid. Doesn't realize that bomb site's being taken open for free.
Yeah, this is the crazy move to make from Vitality, but this is some really good mid-rounding. I mean, they did find a scarier open site. They get B. Walking right by that AK, just doesn't want to make any noise right now. Bad track record in the retakes. They also struggle in the retakes back on Nuke. No rounds that Vitality won.
Fresh smoke on the door. Certainly not a good invitation for Jacob to try to get through that window.
If Brokey had hit that shot on Apex, it's actually kind of a done situation. But
if only.
Yeah, two frags for Brokey, a great tactic, but they're squeezing water from Stone. This is that boost, the totem pole they assembled faster than IKEA furniture inside of mid to get the off down. That's where it got real scary.
And still to rack up a price tag, something. Keeping the squeeze on the bomb site, trying to chase down Jacob with the Desert Eagle. Apex wants blood. And Vitality sit comfortably on a 6-0 lead. Their first map pick going swimmingly.
So it's no saves for Vitality. 2 for FaZe, but they were looking for the round. There's been too many close rounds. I don't think they're performing an upset here on Dust 2 without actually converting.
It's an opening gambit you can be proud of, putting Brokey up versus ZywOo and walking away with the 5v4.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you don't get points for showing the math right now.
FaZe Clan still seek a round win. And a change up for Vitality. A lot of pressure here for Kerrigan. Smoke in front of him. That's going to be his exit route. And a flashbang to try to slow it down. They'll put Mezzi to the tip of the spear here. Kerrigan still flirting with Long. Dangerous game to play.
They are
with so many players right behind it.
Hola.
Utility over. He eats the flashbang. Good pump here from Mezzi.
Oh, come on.
Him and Flamesy. A kill apiece. Brokey with that critical miss shot on Apex last round. Let him get away. This time he will strike down Flamesy. Nowhere to run.
Solid through the
Nowhere
bottom.
to hide. Right now, FaZe feeling like a shell of themselves from Nuke. 7-0. This Seaside knows no bounds.
You can see all the opportunities, but just when they're about to get in danger, they is saved. It's been ZywOo normally here. It's Flamesy and Mezzi to make sure to get the entries. Kerrigan is just right there at the doorway, about to swing out. But just as he's doing that, they start throwing utility that makes it feel like they're still far back on Long. And that's just really well crafted out of Vitality. You might look at that and go, well, why didn't he just go get those kills? Well, it goes a little deeper than that. I think we're going to get a different interview from Xtaz. in between maps after this. 7-zip. And as much as there are situations where it's like, whoa, how do you get that kill? That's what I want to see from Vitality. That's how they turn this ship around.
That's how they remind FaZe who's boss. Double nades into the tunnels. Frozen and Twist sitting on this angle. Either could get picked by ZywOo, but neither. Instead, they combine forces for the triple.
They didn't even talk about what the setup was. Apex runs headfirst into that.
And Brokey slams the door shut on Robs.
And
FaZe Clan 8 rounds into this CT side will find their first.
And make no mistake, there can be a turning point. 5 dead to the bomb, a lot of close rounds. Vitality aren't going to have the most money ever. To be honest, Mezzi's only going for this because it's impossible to save this early, but how much can he get?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Brokey there for his second.
Oh. You know, if you're going to find any leverage in a position like this, it's going to be with a round like that. The high-low setup is perfect. ZywOo got off to the left side so quickly. We don't get to see it, but I think, you know, he feels he has to drop on them. He just kind of needs to take out one, and his teammates can trade. But it's just perfect chemistry from the two Musketeers. We all knew Brazil was going to get into this grand finals one way or another.
Same setup, huh? That confident they'll make the same mistakes?
If it ain't broke.
He'll sit on catwalk holding instead. Total forfeiture of long. Smoke at a minute 10 slows things down. Vitality met by nade presence. We've seen a couple times FaZe willing to go for that cat risk, throwing Kerrigan there with the D, having Brokey start this round with the scope up towards lower tunnels. But Vitality play around with the timing in this one.
Again, I like how they're responding to every bit of map control. Like Vitality are hoping. They throw this lurk smoke out of B. They're hoping it means something. It doesn't. Instant smoke back. Again, it's another moment where mid-B is actually maybe the thing that'll work.
Pop off the flash. Oh, gets one. Second later, and Jacob, as the player tucks down into the Xbox.
30 seconds. These kills are all worth a little bit more.
Just trying to squeeze time, right? We've already seen Vitality play damn near to the last second on that clock.
Mezzi's still going out long.
Yes,
are they really going to mid-B? No, they got to be going up cat.
The draw back and Twist sees that as a chance to strike Robs
CT's got to run back now.
Yeah, they're scrambled. FaZe Clan started to try to dogpile out middle. Instead, open avenue off of the cat play.
They're worried about long. This is key.
10 seconds. ZywOo crossing over. Has got to get that hands busy on the plant, but they left the nades. Oh, the second one comes up short. The threat from Catwalk, steal reel. But the bomb plant's down, which means ZywOo's up is up. And as he sees that second player dive back to the cover, Mezzi confirms Brokey into the 1v1. Jacob for the clutch for FaZe Clan second. Flames atop the bomb, and it's Jacob atop the boxes, cut down by Mezzi. Yet another certified Merry Man clutch.
Merry Christmas. Mezzi again.
But fight in these rounds. FaZe Clan in these rounds.
Yeah, lots of great attempts. The staging was perfect, and they even kept the idea there could be a long player there in the back of their minds. Initially, they wanted to run back up CT and get around to the ramp and stop the cat play. And then they saw when Vitality faked a mid-B, the entire time they were going to split. That was a really good understanding of what was going on that map and not getting flustered. So it's both impressive that FaZe are making it close, but also impressive that Vitality are just never letting FaZe build momentum. And the second nade that doesn't land on ZywOo, that could have been the difference.
You play it down to the clock like that? I mean, FaZe Clan had the solution, but just slightly off the mark. And so that one round is all it is. 1 round on this CT side. Vitality tapping back into the domination of Dust 2 that we have all come to know and love. Guns for FaZe again. 4 rounds, best case.
Yeah, with that round, it was no economy for Vitality and actual potential for a 7-5 half. But Vitality are really showing their fangs now.
Timing just missed for the Battle of the Oppers. Flamesy chucked into the pack, ahead of the fire. Oh, catches them! Tries to commit to that spray. Back in with the second burst. Jacob dropped to 40. Flamesy gets away. Brokey wants to go over towards long. He hears that rumbling of the exit. Players already close and on the angle too.
So good, so fast.
It's the one in the backdrop that gets the kill. And now Jacob's gonna get pressured from both sides. Another frantic scramble out of FaZe Clan. Towards the catwalk fight, he'll go. Popped by Flamesy, a Galil to make the difference. And Rox to give that cover, just stomps on FaZe yet again. Sure, Frozen, take 2 for the road. But this is 9 rounds Vitality queued up with the bomb plants.
As long as it's not a road to the clutch, he's still walking forward.
Are we at that point in the half where FaZe just take the gloves off and try their damnedest?
Oh, no, it won't even happen. ZywOo will keep an eye on that as he has been an owl in the server. Perfect play from him, round after round. And you got to give Flamesy so much credit. He gets in front of that molly, he sprays, and it looks frantic. He's pushing them back because there's this setup smoke on the corner. He cannot go backwards. He has 3 HP after this. And he does a good job getting the kill, getting some damage in, and winning cat.
Got that. Damage on ZywOo.
Somehow.
That was Brokey. Scout shot through it. Flamesy, he's going to be the first victim of this one.
Again, not done peeking yet.
It wasn't Frozen who was allowed to go for it in the last round, covered by ZywOo, but out of the gate, FaZe comes swinging. You better expect it. When 3 rounds is best case. 5-7 towards long on the edge of the smoke twist. It's not him, but rather Brokey again.
So much nade damage.
It's through the distractions that Brokey continues to thrive. 3 kills into this, only ZywOo left over. And so FaZe Clan gonna chase him down. You can run, but you can't hide. FaZe will take a second.
And they keep it up.
But what's there really to get excited about at a 9-2 deficit?
You know, not all 9-2s are made equal. I mean, it might be impossible to say that, you know, Vitality, they stomp everyone on Dust 2. This is just another game like that. You know, why would it be any different? If you do contextualize a lot of these rounds, obviously FaZe have been competitive. But the important rounds, the day saved in low numbers, the getting the bomb down over and over again in V, that's happened in Vitality's favor.
Well,
we'll call it basically over, barring some bullshit.
2 pistols for Vitality. This is the best case. FaZe have been able to force. The tone has changed here in the FBM Dome. With Vitality getting a 7-round lead already. Back into the boost though. A little awkward, so Brokey will take damage. Vitality ready for that one. Feels like there's been these sorts of opening moves often enough that Vitality keep their finger on the pulse. Always ready for FaZe to take that swing. Brokey's repositioned towards middle. As majority for Vitality still sit inside of the tunnels. Brokey hears this movement and finds the wall bank to Flamesy. So one of the pistols now wounded. Even better of a case for FaZe to maybe, just maybe, take this third. Twist opts to play close on that smoke.
He's blocking, dodging.
A lot of players coming on him. Frozen. No! From over top of the shoulder. Bomb drop, twist, back turns. And he's going to just inch his way out. Turn. That wall bang early will be where Flamesy falls. And so it is a third one for FaZe. But only 3 in the face of a hard-swinging Vitality. This half reminds us why the French are this year's #1.
Gitar da deneyeceğiz. Gitar hocam sevdim akşidi aşıdı. Nasz choromy, moją choromy, Ratex. Hali şans bor.
The counter strike in here still feels alive because FaZe Clan have been taking chunks out of that Vitality pistol record. A chance to turn around the atmosphere, a chance to turn around this map, all on this next round. Because when you let FaZe Clan get the last 2 rounds of a half, that's when you give FaZe Clan belief.
Not gonna lie, you know, they celebrated it as if they had a decent half somehow. Flamesy got him that first pistol. It's real nice to see that out of Flamesy. His form has been in question. That pistol meant the world. Now they're gonna try to make it too.
Stacked in front of this though, Vitality, plenty of bodies already on this A site. It's the right position to call out FaZe's hit. ZywOo, instant execution. Oh, a second, a third. ZywOo steps up to the challenge, and FaZe Clan fumble in front of him. Goes deeper onto Frost.
He's not done.
Oh, ZywOo.
If you see ZywOo in an alleyway, turn around.
It's as clinical as it needs to be. It's the perfect way to try to shut down Dust2 and remind FaZe who's boss.
Barely any ammo even used in that 4K. Clean and easy.
Now the pressure really on. Will FaZe Clan try to break through this wall of a Vitality defense? This wall of positive Dust2 results. Nobody gets it close. And FaZe Clan just getting added to the stack so far. Smoke down in front of Rops. Pistols to come his way. Ooh, that's not as much damage as he would have wanted.
That's a lot of ammo used.
Is ВМЕСТЕ gonna save him? Still worried about middle.
They got a tag on him.
Rops is sitting still inside of the smoke, comes back around with Berettas. How does he survive that?
Okay.
FaZe Clan lost in the base of Rops, who still manages after all of that to get 2 kills.
Only Rops could use his whole mag and still stay alive in that situation. Rotation's perfect in for Vitality. 11th round, quick and clean.
That's no bomb plant, that's no frag. That's no reason to believe in FaZe's ability to bring back Dust2 now.
We saw Frozen and Twist show some really great chemistry over in the B side. Now it's Rops and Mezzy, who, to be fair, I mean, we might not see many rounds where they even have to try. This one's close to a wrap already. What we're going to get off of this, folks, if it goes 1-1. It's guaranteed 4 maps.
Jacob tiptoeing, careful with the knife out, careful. Apex isn't too far off. Just spotted a lot of bodies. He's going to try to chuck that frag up. It's good damage. Not to mention just an easy kill to Jacob. So Vitality just trying to finish off the little bit of meat left on the bones here for FaZe Clan's Dust 2. As he takes it back towards middle. 3 players out through the doorway. Mezzy's just been a brick wall again. Cuts Kerrigan and Frozen down to size again. FaZe Clan will feel minuscule.
It's decisive, it's confident, and it has the X factor that was missing from map 1. Again, Xtaz talked about that they had a game plan. They had one, it was solid, and we've seen Vitality. They're able to change up a lot, and you know, they used the 4-1 to get over top of Spirit, but they had a really spread out default back on Nuke to try to fight versus FaZe. They have levels, they have depth, but now they have the execution.
Just when you think you have something to work with, a frag grenade in your face. Jacob and Kerrigan have come spiraling back down to reality. Twists as well. Just unable to get the game going here on the second map of this best of 5. And a blowout like this is fine because we have a best of 5.
Yes.
One final attempt, perhaps, for FaZe to try to put that split on, to get the better of Robs at least once. As he sits inside of the bomb site, Mezzy to set it up.
Man, Kerrigan's got bomb right here.
Just looking to hold back on mid. Cross with Apex, smokes boiling down to it. Mezzy able to recover. Apex even kills Jacob. Despite not seeing anything, smoke was in front of him. Flash finds his eyes. 5v3 here for Vitality.
Good luck getting that back.
FaZe Clan stepped into the server tonight with dreams on the line, and they actualized them on Nuke. That was always going to be a great chance for them to find the right foot first. But starting to now slip backwards off of this damning of a scoreline. You were never in Dust 2. And so twists towards the catwalk versus the MP9 bested. Everything feeling like it's going against you, but Frozen will still try to hang on for hope. Still out towards middle, that bomb sits. And still at the top, remain Vitality. The perfect way to rebound in the face of FaZe Clan's Nuke win. 4 maps guaranteed.
Headphones come off. We got a better break now. Vitality are back and ready to play this final.
Oyoq gibi geçol oynayatırken.
Way. You cannot drop in my lane. Tires is burning the pain. You don't have nothing to say. This is how legends are made. I know I got what it takes. And I'm not popping the brakes. And I'm not popping the brakes. I'm too competitive. I like the narrative. I don't know best in the league. Who you comparing with? That isn't competitive. Top of the throne, it is me. How you moving so when it's speed? I just been bringing the fire.
Su içip geliyor ondan evimizin çarpar. Su şunu yapıyor.
You see the match. We see every restart behind it. You see lightning-fast reflexes. We see countless hours building trust. You see a single moment of triumph. We see the 1,000 failures that forged it. Victory isn't just the moment. We win because we reached it together. Level up as one.
I'm winning. I'm shooting my shot and I'm already grinning. You know that I'm one of them, one of you sending. You know you've been cutting, you know I'm ascending. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning.
We often ask ourselves, bigger or smaller? But first, you need to figure it out. Do you have a massive FPS? Or a tiny ping? Is that good? Nice! Yes, it's fantastic! X-Play GG. High FPS and low ping servers.
Favorite team. Post on socials with hashtag MajorFans, tag Corsair, get featured, and win a Corsair gear bundle.
Alex B, of course. He's the GOAT, his hair is amazing, and he's good in the game and good in real life.
Caserato, because he's the best always.
Simple was my star from CS. Right now, Wonderful is doing wonderful.
I think it's Donk.
This is a tough one, but I would say Wonderful. He's very good, insane AVP player.
Simple.
Why is it simple?
He's the best.
All time I would say Simple because I rather watch AVP players, but at this right moment I would say Zairu because he's probably the best player. Forest.
Alex B because of Finland.
Apex probably because he's an OG, or Kerrigan, he's an OG as well.
For this major, I'll say Brocky, and all time Rein and Olofmeister.
Oh, that's a hard one. I'd probably have to say Nico.
I guess Cash or Cobblestone. Yeah.
Cobblestone, of course.
Definitely Cash. I think that's the most popular one.
Vertigo, my favorite map. The B-side was fantastic.
Anubis. I like Anubis because his type is very special and I like it.
Cash.
Probably Anubis. It was a fine map. It was pretty, but A-side was a bit tough to play though.
Cash.
Cobblestone, no questions asked.
I think it will be Cash because I used to play Cash a lot. Cobblestone.
Anubis.
Nico. And why?
Hello, my old friend. Shiro.
Maybe Apex.
Probably Apex. Yeah, it's really nice.
Team Kill Apex.
So many to pick. Well, for right now, I would say Fallen, because they're favorites, and it would be nice to have a last frag on that game.
Awesome. I think it would be, I don't know, Cyber or something?
Falcons. And maybe Nico.
I would say Nico.
It has to be someone from Furia, I guess. So I would go with Kesharada.
Anyone from Fury, just because that means we win is fine. We have to beat Fury at this point.
Maybe Plaza.
Kinder.
Apex, because I just feel like it.
I think Try. I play against Try, and one time he killed me. Nice.
Well, that's a radar, but say, I don't know, Nazi?
I would say Donk.
I don't know, Donk.
Fallen.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm actually
Kind of
really
a foul
fine. I'm
there.
fine.
Who are you cheering for?
I'm cheering for Vitality every way, every way.
What about you guys? Who are you cheering for? Okay, can we see who is louder? FaZe or Vitality?
Vitality! Vitality! Vitality!
Who is bold? Show. Oh, bold bump. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. I'm here with a few Vitality fans. Can you do the chant? Show lo lo lo lo lo lo. Vitality. Show lo lo lo lo lo lo. Vitality. Show lo lo lo lo lo. Vitality. Who are you cheering for, guys?
FaZe Clan.
FaZe Clan.
Anyone else?
Vitality only.
Why Vitality?
Because I'm from France.
And why do you think they can win it?
Because they're #1 team in the world, for sure.
Who is this next to you?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I thought you know each
Because
other.
I'm from
Thank
France
you, thank you. Hello, what's your name? Who are you cheering for? And why will they win? Amazing.
Yo, my jump. 3, 2, 1. No. Grenade shot. Flashing behind you guys. Behind you. Should be default maybe. Careful default. Careful behind. Smoke behind. Default. Default. Default. He's 1 HP. Yeah. I'll plant. Careful fast long or something. 2v2 guys. Let's go. Shot. 10 long. That's long. Let's go, boys! Flash shot. He's alone A. Go. Go pushing. Go, William. Side probably. City. No one. Flash shot. Coming shot a lot, guys. You should go back shot. Smoke city. Shot pushing. That shot. One more shot. And 1 city.
Let's see CT.
You have city?
Yeah. Let's see CT.
Shot one more.
It's CT.
Shot. I think it's low. It's bad plan.
On the box.
Nice, boys!
Standing here with Neo obviously didn't go your way, but the scoreline is maybe a little bit too unlucky, but it was way closer than it really looked.
I mean, it's Vitality does too. They're the best, one of the best teams on this map in the world. So, yeah, it just didn't go our way.
Do you feel like individuals a little bit fell off from that nuke, or is it something that maybe game plan didn't work out that much?
I think both of these things, once the game plans are not as great, the individuals will not shine as bright. So it's a bit of both, I guess.
Completely understandable. Still a long way to go in this best of 5. Good luck. See you in the next map.
Thank you.
Vitality respond with a swift uppercut, and FaZe are knocked back down a peg. 70 rounds in a row to be starting their pick, and this time FaZe are the ones left gasping for air. Apex says, anything you can call Karrigan, I can too, and maybe I can call it even better.
I think Vitality just reminded us why they are the best team in the world on Dust 2. They go through 2025 having played the map 35 times and winning 31 times. Always playing against the best teams in the world, let alone FaZe Clan this time around. Not only winning Dust 2 Maui, but dominating from start to finish. Yeah, there were a couple of close rounds, but let's be honest, it wasn't even a game.
Even under duress, I mean, FaZe activated the game plan that they wanted to in this one. They were active, they were disruptive, but Vitality, unflappable. They were consistently able, even when losing the 5v4 advantage, even when losing that opening pick, it was actually Vitality who just looked so much more composed. The mid-rounds reflected exactly how they played in the first half of the year, where they didn't even matter. If there was a tricky situation, they were always able to suss out where they needed to go next, and the mid-rounding was just pristine.
Yeah, you can't fault FaZe for not trying in this map. It was just a better Vitality, just a solid performance from them in all kind of aspects, you know. Like you mentioned, I really liked how they kind of transitioned in the mid-rounds and found the gaps, even though they had mana disadvantages. So I mean, what can you say? This is one of the best teams in the world on this map.
Stream
It
rejimini koyup
didn't
alıyordum
go
ben
the way of FaZe. It's hard to play that kind of really fast-paced, aggressive style when there's so many protocols, so many things that are really, really small that Vitality can kind of take into their account to stop this aggression, stop this speed from the FaZe.
Yeah, just to go back to your point there, Maui, it wasn't like, you know, FaZe weren't getting a couple openers in rounds here and there. Round 4 was an example of this. What's a tale here?
Well, yeah, I mean, FaZe understood that they needed to just be disruptive. They needed to get into the face of Vitality as much as they could, and they did just that. I mean, they had a handful of great setups. In this round in particular, it was mostly Deagles, a save rifle from Frozen, and they get the 5-on-3 advantage. But despite the fact that they were under duress, Vitality calmed the situation down, and it's actually FaZe who are the ones that misstep here. There's a Kerrigan swing towards tunnels as he's trying to catch a timing, but then the rest of his team is stuck behind smokes at door and window there. So no even hope for the FaZe side to join up on that sort of retake unless they really just want to jump through a smoke, and clearly that wasn't FaZe on the same page.
No, I completely agree. I think we even have another round that kind of showcases something not exactly the same but similar in terms of how they want to open the round. It's round 6 where Brokey gets active with that AWP, gets a pick onto Saivu here. It's kind of a double boost engagement here in the mid doors, and Brokey wins this. Clean kill, really, really important for them. Goes into lower, takes that space, takes that pick. But it's from here we talk about this calmness from Vitality to make sure that they know what is going to happen next. Apex punishes. They are, you know, kind of walking into a free site and just clearing up the round from this point on. So just great calling, great kind of calmness in a pretty stressful situation, to be fair, because this was a moment in time where FaZe could have kind of brought it back and brought some momentum into their CT side.
Both of you just showed why FaZe never came close winning Dust 2. They did their best work when they didn't have enough firepower behind to do it. You saw both rounds, it's a Frostbite coming in, Brokey with the AWP, the Soul guy getting a double entry. That's nice, but there's nothing to back up with. There's a couple of USPs in place, there's a couple of pistols. The round you showcased in round 4 as well. Yeah, you get a 5v3, but when you had the bomb planted on the B bomb site with 10 seconds left of the round and you have to retake with 3 USPs and a picked up AK-47, you're going to lose 99 out of 100 times. So for my money, yeah, they made some of the rounds that they probably shouldn't make competitive very close, but the buy rounds where they were supposed to do the work, they were never even close to pressuring Vitality at any point.
Was there any particular reason why? And maybe other examples where they had full weaponry behind them that FaZe just really struggled to put anything past this Vitality?
Well, I feel like the other aspect of this that was great for Vitality is that the support player, Mezzi, I mean, we highlighted him earlier, but I feel like he was so instrumental, especially in late rounds, in closing things out. I feel like so often we're highlighting Rops, we're highlighting Zywoo for those late round guys, but even when he was under pressure too, he looked as cool as anybody could have been. In fact, I feel like Mezzi threw out a handful of the maps for Vitality where there's been close rounds, close score lines. He's been just so fantastic. Again, just so much praise to heap upon him for taking this role and really being one of the reasons that Vitality has elevated to this consistent championship contender, because he's just, it doesn't look like he's ever bothered, regardless of the situation, regardless of the odds when they're against him in a 1v2 clutch situation. Doesn't matter, he's got it.
I feel like he's doing what he did yesterday as well. He's buying enough time for Vitality. He's buying enough time for Zywoo to come alive. We saw Zywoo step it up here in Dust 2. T-side found a couple of cool openings with the AWP. Then obviously the pistol round as well. Round 13 for Zywoo to come in and finally make a stand in this grand final with a crazy quad kill with the pistol as well, you know, imitating Jacob throughout the tournament, having been the best pistol round player left in the tournament. So in that regard, I think you're right, Maui. We got to praise Messi. We saw it in the first map. We saw it yesterday as well against Team Spirit on Mirage. He was the sole reason they kept alive, stayed alive up until the point where Zywoo activates. And again, we're talking about a best of 5 series, right? It's a marathon, it's a long game. My issue here for FaZe Clan is that when you had a moment where Zywoo was not warming up into it, where Apex was a little bit slow in the reactions, where the calling was probably not on par, that's when you got to pound, that's when you got to take your opportunity. They did that in the first map, nowhere near doing that here in Dust 2.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy if you look at the map pool even. You know, Inferno, we used to praise Vitality because it was a map they never ever would lose in the first half of this year. This is a pick from FaZe, you know. This just showcases how meager the possibilities for FaZe are in this map pool kind of disadvantage against a team like Vitality. They're so strong on every single map, and I think that Dust 2 showcases that as well, because it used to be even a FaZe pick in this tournament. It used to be a map they're super comfortable on, but playing a team like Vitality, playing someone that is the best of the best in almost every aspect of the game, it's so difficult to break them down, so difficult to find openings, and so difficult to close it.
Yeah, Vitality a whole different beast when it comes to this Dust 2. Just to circle back to the ZywOo discussion, because I know you have a hot eye on him, Maui. Let's be honest. Was this enough from ZywOo to convince you that he's back in this grand final and maybe he's going to be putting up the best numbers in the game?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we had the pistol round, obviously, that we saw where he just basically seals the deal for the map. But on top of that, on the T side, once again, a really demonstrative effort from him, and mostly with the AWP. Obviously, we saw the one round where Brokey got in middle. That's one of the only mistakes that I would say ZywOo had, and it was more of a trick that FaZe worked out for them. He was so consistent at holding the line, whether anybody from FaZe was going to pressure his oncoming riflers, he was always just sniping them as soon as they even just show an arm. So super consistent, not necessarily crazy pop-offs in terms of multi-frags other than the pistol, but just doing exactly what Vitality need him to do, which is just shut down any adversity that FaZe are trying to throw their way.
But I also think that is what makes him so good, because he doesn't give you the opening to refrag, it doesn't re-peek into a situation and throw the advantage. He keeps playing it safe and cool and takes the opportunities that are given to him. And that makes them scarier, you know, playing them, because it's so hard to bring back around, which Vitality has gotten the entry.
Just to take a small scenic detour, we had the conversation yesterday, Donk versus ZywOo, #1 player coming out of 2025. Where do you stand on this debate, Devil War? Considering Donk eliminated, ZywOo's still here, the ability to post more numbers, does he have a chance for you?
I think that individually Donk is the best player, but I think that if you look at things that are important, I think that trophies, accolades, and team, you know, kind of achievements are really important for that kind of prize.
How important?
I think he should probably win #1 in the world. I think that Donk's numbers are absolutely insane, but he's lacking that trophy cabinet that ZywOo has done this year.
Okay, you're nodding, Maui. Have you been sold? Have you changed your tune?
I know who I would pick if I were the one making the decision, but I know that HLTV, which is what at the end of the day more people care about, value, and I just think that the case against two major MVPs, if ZywOo secures that, is very hard to stand up against, regardless of the numbers. But I don't want people to necessarily look back at the numbers and say that, oh, he was still just, they're inflated numbers or anything like that. I mean, Donk's putting up numbers that nobody in the history of CS has ever put up, and it almost had to be the best year that a Counter-Strike player or team has ever had to upset what he has done.
What is the question? Is the question who is the best player in the world?
Yes.
Yeah, Donk.
Okay, the best player in the world is simply Donk.
Who's the #1 player from 2025? I guess that's the question.
Yeah, that is Donk. You know, he's the best player, but again, like, how do we quantify it? What do we value? As you said, like, is it trophies, is it accolades? Because I agree, if you win 2 majors and if you win 2 major MVPs, it's very hard to make the case that ZywOo is not going to be crowned, you know, player of the year. But if you're asking me, who's the best player?
Yes.
Who's the best and most skilled player and the most influential player in the game of Counter-Strike? It's Donk, and in that department, you made your case yesterday. I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I think that's why it's such an exciting conversation, right? Because so many variants to take into things. What we do have to look forward to, though, in the very near future, that's Inferno. Third map in this series picked in by FaZe. Vitality starting on the CT side of things. Just like as an overall view, what are the two teams' history on this map coming into it?
FaZe have been immaculate on Inferno so far in this tournament. They've brought it in, you know, as their home map. They played it, I believe, 6 times so far in the tournament. Won all 6 times. And in the beginning, yeah, it was against teams, you know, of secondary tier Counter-Strike. But as of recently, we saw it in the quarterfinal. We saw it yesterday. They play Inferno at a very high level. And there's one player I'm going to soul out right here and single out. Twist. We spoke about him coming back into FaZe Clan. On Inferno, he's doing God's work. He's on average right now having a 1.62 rating on that CT side in the 10 maps he's played for FaZe Clan on Inferno. That is crazy. That is numbers Donk cannot post. That is Donker's side. Who is not even close to. Twist is the catalyst. He is the win condition. He's the one guy who can push
FaZe Clan on a map like Inferno versus a team like Vitality, as they've done throughout the tournament.
And he's just everywhere that FaZe need to be. I mean, he's mostly filling on the T side, especially just slotting in behind the banana take from Kerrigan and Frozen, sometimes going into halls with Jacob. So he's just everywhere all the time. And I feel like as a trade fragger, there's very few people on planet Earth I would want behind me if I'm running in entry than Twist. So obviously we saw the highlight with the Deagle yesterday, so he obviously has that clutch factor. But on top of it, just when he's moving in a unit, his spacing is picture perfect. It's exactly where you want it to be. So even if Vitality are throwing a couple bodies at these problems on these defenses, Twist is always going to pick up the secondary kill to give FaZe a chance.
I think this is more of a 50-50 map. I know that FaZe is strong on it, but we can't underestimate Vitality's kind of, you know, history on this map, how comfortable they have been on this map. You know, I'm looking at Flames and, you know, his kind of presence on that banana side. He is excellent at getting entries. He's excellent at keeping the momentum and punishing someone, a team, and kind of closing a round out with a quick double kill. So that battle is very, very interesting on that banana side. Who is going to come on top? Who's going to deliver the frags and impact? And, you know, because I think that's kind of where the scale for me goes. If Twist and his banana partner can do it, or if Flamesy and possibly Apex can kind of shut that down. That's the interesting bit for me.
Banana is obviously always going to be important. We saw yesterday for FaZe Clan as well how Jacob was the spearhead on that CT side. I think he had 13 kills the first 5 or 6 rounds, getting off to a good start. He was tested yesterday. He passed the test. I think he'll be tested again today by Vitality. But just allow me to zoom out for a moment right here. If you look at the scope of this best-of-5 grand final, this is a must-win for FaZe Clan. When you have Overpass coming up, you have Mirage as a 5th potential deciding map, you need your Inferno right here. If FaZe wants to win the major, if they want to win a best-of-5 grand final versus Vitality, Inferno is without a doubt the best chance they have of getting ahead. They have to win 2 more maps. I don't see a world where they win Overpass and Mirage, so they need to win Inferno if they want to stay alive in this matchup, according to me.
Hell of a lot of pressure for FaZe coming into this one. If we're looking at Vitality, though, and some of the other key pieces outside banana area of the map, what else are we going to be looking at to be coming alive for them straight away?
I want to see Rops bully Jacob, okay? I'm not... Yeah. That sounded a little mean, actually. I'll reel that back. I want to see him exert pressure on apartments so that Jacob has to experience a little bit of duress himself and try to battle through that adversity. Because Rops is just so tricky. I mean, sometimes he's throwing a smoke, playing in front of it. Sometimes he's got a double setup in the halls with Zywo. There's so many little tricks that he has. And Jacob, he's a rookie in this kind of spot, okay? I mean, it's going to be so difficult for him to try to understand how he needs to peek every single angle, make sure he's covering all of his bases. I think that FaZe might even have to expend a little bit of extra utility just to make sure that Jacob gets those apartments, because versus Na'Vi, Jacob's presence in apps allowed them to mid-round. But if Kerrigan doesn't have that tool, having that pillar in the apartments ready to just call back the rotation, then the playbook has really shrunk up.
And I mean, even on that CT side for Vitality, Rops and Zywo, they love kind of creeping up that boiler room, making sure that space is clear for them. So it's not going to be an easy task for Jacob at any moment, because there's dangers coming, there's threats coming from all angles in that apartments area from the Vitality side.
This grand final is certainly heating up. It's time to see what lays in store on Inferno.
A grand final that needs to heat up because it cooled down on Dust 2. Just a vibe check real quick. Budapest, you still with us? The beauty of the best of 5 is that with both teams having a map in their back pocket, they've started off with something they can tap into for confidence. But Inferno is where one of these teams will take that step to be one map away from victory. And we've seen great things from both these squads when it comes to Inferno, so buckle up.
We got an answer from Vitality. We got a story brewing. So much about the trajectory of this series comes down to this map.
Yeah, let's have no regrets. Remember where we are. We got to the fucking final. Let's fucking win this now.
That's right. Coming from Neo, this is FaZe Clan.
Oh, we just get to play the best team in the world, guys.
Yeah, that's right. We just got to play the best team in the world. Adversity is a privilege, says Frozen.
Rops inside of that B-bomb site. Beretta's to the wall. Apex drops his smoke at a minute 20.
Sometimes a smoke is an invitation.
They'll tiptoe their way closer. And there's nobody coming to save Vitality. It needs to be Rops and it needs to be Apex, and that flash finds its mark. Dual Beretta's only the one.
And there's that invite.
And the captain gets burned off his angle, so now giving himself over as we get this deep cross from FaZe Clan. Bomb down, and a retake demanded of Vitality out of the gate with no kits.
Pistols made the difference on Nuke. They made it on Dust 2 as well. Inferno, here's where we could split the difference.
They put ZywOo to the front of this. 2 players on the coffin, shut him down. Jacob's got it, point blank, ready for the next one. Mezzi, though, has the rebuttal. Collects the second onto Brokey, a chance to blindside Orange. Now, he's gonna need the clutch. And Frozen and Twist will combine to deny it. FaZe Clan tapping back into that pistoling ability.
I thought we were watching that from the winner's POV. Mezzi was just getting rolling, but it's that Frozen Twist combo that has more to show us. We saw some really great rounds. In a few moments, they actually looked good on Dust 2. It was the B-site chemistry from these two that was very surprising. And with the form that we saw from Frozen yesterday and the overall form from Twist at this major, I think they might have something special.
Vitality opt to force.
I'll have to double check this, but I don't think FaZe have even dropped a conversion when they have won the pistols. That's the other crazy part about their stat.
You go digging, because we know it can happen on Inferno in the blink of an eye, right? Yes. Close corners, little cubbies. So many places for the rats to hide.
84% on the round 2 conversion. Vitality want to stand up to that. Saw some great 5-7 work from them on Nuke.
Unbelievable 5-7 play.
Back-to-back 5-7 2Ks.
Twist to take a bit of a look at brackets, working with Jacob.
And sometimes that's not enough.
Oh, luckily, he's got a third one.
He's got a third one.
Just keeps on popping them.
He's trying to warn him. Get out of here.
And this goes down to 40 seconds.
I like the setup for Vitality. The longer this goes, the more powerful it gets, especially on Arch, if they're going to walk into this. High probability the CTs get that first kill. Let's see if Twist can stop them.
MP9 and a 5-7, good for one.
Ooh, dink back, but he can walk away.
It's a real warning, and if you get flushed up the short side, there's more players where those first 2 came from. Frozen gets Mezzi. But now it's going to be this pinch within the bomb site. Rob's waiting for a chance to strike one down. We go 20 on the clock. Rob, feeling flustered, has Apex to cover him off on the other side. They can't progress past the car. Robs has got another, but Brokey will break through. And we go 1v2, Flamesy at bat.
Oh, they were skating back and forth to make sure that they came in that carefully, baited out the crossfire, got the kills. Now Flamesy, the man who was on chain smoking duty over at B, has to clutch.
FaZe take refuge in the back of that bomb site. Flamesy trying to figure this out. Worried about alternative corners, but it's not the case. And so, do they both hide from him? He goes to the top, and as he sees them, Brokey strikes him down. FaZe convert in the face of a 4-man ace-stack.
And they don't care how they convert, how close it was, they do it. It's a great round, an attempt from Vitality. The Arch setup again, that late into a round is so powerful. And I think it's that first 5-7 shot as well that's just terrifying to see in the kill feed. But Brokey puts in work here. Another late round moment from him, Frozen as well.
5-7
It's funny because before the major started, FaZe's stats on every map were not even anything to think about, but they haven't lost a series of the major, so they built up a map pool as the major has rolled on.
What do you think of this threat? Mag 7 flashed in the corner. Oh, chance at it, but 2 can play that game. Oh, okay, that gets weird for a moment.
All right.
But at least Frozen's still there to kill Flamesy. If the nade team kill comes through and there's not an additional kill, then we're getting real weird. ZywOo's Desert Eagle clipped by Brokey over top of the smoke, so FaZe will continue to keep the pressure on Banana here, and soon they'll find it's free for the taking.
I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. We love seeing the Mag 7, but you just don't see it work that well that often. Extra C's, where's he at?
Somewhere over in that Vitality contingent, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Cheering from the sidelines.
He's the French connection.
That's how you'll get over, man. FaZe just kind of tiptoeing their way, huh? Just in case, which means just maybe another frag for the road, or just maybe a critical error here for FaZe. They'll smoke off Messi. They don't like the threat of that 5-7.
Yeah, you know about Messi in these
He'll
moments.
climb over coffins. Oh, as they're going up, Messi ends up getting a second. He's kept up his end of the bargain. He's put Robs into a position, where he could have caught it off. But again, coverage is good here for FaZe Clan, and they love when the threat's nearby.
He doesn't even, he almost liked that. One more teammate died there just to make it exciting. He just wants to feel something, Kerrigan. Stick around, they might announce it after the major.
A couple moments to keep FaZe on their toes, a couple moments for Vitality to remain tapped into the success of Dust 2, but now we have it, guns in hand, for this year's #1. Smoke onto the flames, again it's pressure into Banana, and again it's gonna be the Vitality push through to try to stop this, not wanting it to go for free. They exchange frags off of the kill from Apex's nade.
It's kind of unreal, pressed like that, that Twist even gets that kill. By a frame before he dies.
On top of that though, because he dies to the nade, it's Frozen who was boosting him that takes the brunt of the damage as well. Down to 20, missed chance for ZywOo to have struck a man advantage for Vitality.
And it was Kerrigan on the keyboard, perfect strafe.
And FaZe are happy to keep this pressure up. ZywOo was gonna clip him through that smoke, but what goes around comes around. And Robs from inside a pit. He's lost that bomb site. Jacob doesn't capitalize on the kill. Frozen's bomb still yet to get in sight as Robs remains adamant.
Damn, Robs! Where'd you find that? He rerouted the grenade to the site after not knowing someone had slipped through the smoke on default. Cleaned that up by himself. It's the most powerful spot on the CT, on a site for any CT to play in, but it has to be the right player there. Oh, that was just nasty the way he actually refocused all his attention so well. I mean, who better to do it than Robs?
Barely has any health to go into that last duel with, still wins it. And so FaZe Clan's early success to be cut short. Pistols in hand, Galil for Brokey, and again Vitality, pressure on Banana, but this time they've got the edge economically, keeping the pressure on with nades, forcing Brokey to just take refuge in this corner. Nothing will be free tonight, FaZe. Cash utility offered over from Spawn, but while that nade gets picked up, you know, FaZe are inching closer.
Yeah, they win that last round, but it's a little scary, I think, in a moment like this.
Singular smoke grenade for FaZe Clan. Could be enough to block off Apex's ankle, but he offers one of his own. But like you said, sometimes they just pop. Sometimes they'll go right through these, and as Vitality transition, it's a little bit awkward for Flamesy. He'll recover. At least 2 kills, but still they pounce on sight.
Yeah, because they get the other one first. This is actually just a bomb plant. That smoke's fresh. No line of sight here for ZywOo.
Brokey's got a smoke of his own, drops it into the back door.
I wonder if HP bars are gonna matter right now. Pressure's on Vitality.
Trying to catch one through it, not gonna happen. Because Brokey smoked off the doorway, nobody's got a smoke for the CT cross.
Those nades do nothing.
Brokey's Galil pressed in against this.
He got hit with an HE earlier, down to 29.
Kerrigan's AK sits on the coffins right beside him. This is both of the rifles to try to force it back. But Mezzi's got the trade. Kerrigan into the cover. ZywOo with the pressure of the pistol kills Jacob in the background. It's all fit now. Turns it, and Mezzi executes with the pistol.
He's got a kit.
Oh, it's gonna be a close one already. A clutch queued up, and Vitality take it.
Mezzi again. Cute move there from Kerrigan, jumping into pool, avoiding the first bit of aggro. Incredible that Brokey even got a frag with his low HP going wide with that Galil, but a successful retake in the end. Another expensive round. And the buy's only stronger now for FaZe. They've got to be careful where they block. You know, if they keep blocking at B, it's allowing FaZe to get their full setup in on both sides of that smoke, coming through. And if that flash caught Flamesy when he was standing on the fountain, that would have just been no kills, no chance at a retake at all. He was not playing anti, he was not totally ready for a pop to come out like that.
Wow. Mezzi again, huh? Been a lot of talk about ZywOo trying to get that back-to-back major MVP accolade, but Mezzi currently highest rated player for Vitality in the grand finals, and posting an important clutch early to get those back-to-back rounds. The fight is on, 5 rounds into Inferno.
Finally a map where it's close for both sides.
So far, Frozen finds Apex. Knows that nade means Flamesy locked into this corner. But what are they willing to throw at this to just try to keep Flamesy locked in, or even better, kill him? Oh, down to 10 health, you'll fall back.
Oh, he lives within the flames. 11 HP as he gets away. ZywOo already ready to make a cameo here on B. Overfill this spot. He's hoping that they want to come in quickly before they realize he's here. But now they're in a retake setup as this next smoke comes down. Again, sometimes this means they call it out. I mean, why wouldn't FaZe do the exact same thing? Free round for FaZe. And we can talk about the firepower all we want, but that's brain power. Exact right read on the setup. Them doing their damnedest to scare off Flamesy from the top of Banana, understanding what the next move would be already.
Save from option miller.
Right?
Make it?
Frozen catching that headshot through the fire. So it sets it all up. Frozen, somebody who joined FaZe Clan so that he could win trophies. I'm sure when he joined, though, started to feel like a bit of a sinking ship.
Yeah, we always try to talk about roster moves sometimes because it's a team, they want to go to a winning lineup. They want to go to a better lineup so they have a better chance of winning. Well, Frozen wanted to go from being the best player on Mouse and, you know, being the best stats performer on every single map to joining a team that he could improve. We do see these two teams always make moves in that direction. Whoever comes in and is new, they don't come in to get carried. Not even Jacob is here to get carried. He's here to be the reason the team gets better. He's the reason their pistol stats have been through the roof. He's helped FaZe get here easily. These two players looking for their first major.
They'll
throw ZywOo with the problem. No longer Apex on the other side of the fire. You want it? Come get it.
Oh, come on.
Frag grenade's gonna find Flamesy though. And there's that shot, right? Good change up from Vitality. Put the star where he needs to be to shine.
Hey, as much damage as they just took, I'd rather be the team with 5 players. Good shot in from ZywOo. That'll help establish control, but I feel like FaZe have just been relentless about getting Car. And right now, Flamesy just does not want to let that happen.
The question will be, did ZywOo stick around? And the answer is no. Over back to the A site as Flamesy locks into this position, but is this a spot you want with half your health? Nate's coming over.
That bait from Apex, he started shooting a little bit early.
Watching. Nobody's watching. He'll pop up and Twist will have to trade through the wall bang.
It's instant. ZywOo's going to try to run over. Smoke comes out fresh.
At least for Twist's sake, doesn't take damage.
They don't care about smokes, though.
Apex is going to try to find one as they emerge, and he will do exactly that. But Jacob's got the quick trade back. And so ZywOo returns to the scene of the crime of which he started. And oh man, banking at that smoke wasn't going to get blown open. That would have stopped the bomb plant, but instead we go 3 versus 2 retake here for Vitality.
They were worried about the right threat. This one's coming in from Khan.
Flash doesn't find him. ZywOo on top of the switch. Jacob takes that step forward into the headshot drops. Oh, needs to be his next victim. Brokey didn't have help, and so he'll burn in the back of that site, and Vitality's retake cuts the lead down to 1.
Ooh, that must have been some beautiful utility out of Mezzy. Molly landing in just the right position. Maybe he was so low within a tick, ends up dying. Xtaz seems unimpressed. So again, you know, FaZe are going to come forward. They're going to try to take Car no matter what. And I think in Flamesy's mind, as long as they get one, Apex shot in the back or whatever, as long as he gets one, they stay up 1.
Word to kick off the last round, so they'll throw ZywOo right back at this problem.
Force him to get the opening kill in this exact spot.
I was gonna say, be cautious that grenades might not come your way.
Whoa, they're actually calling out 3B. Looks like they're getting really pressed up for the A hit. It's actually the right call. Rotation's gonna be a little slow. The conditioning here to make him over, hold on B.
Leave it to Kerrigan.
They're running at this full force.
He'll make an adaptation fast and the execution even faster, already surpassing the arch side. Kerrigan takes damage. Apex from CT spawn. He's there to kill his counterparts. Oh, twists deep in through the library smoke. The squeeze is on the bomb site. Rops from within it. Catches Frozen's head. And as he watches that smoke, he knows short sight still under question. Twist in the corner of Moto. Bomb drops. Rock hangs on. Jacob emerges, but it's all in vain. It's Rops to shine this time.
Oh, he's spinning in position, knows exactly what to be worried about. Crosshair magnetized to the right part of the smoke as someone sat in Moto and thought, how do I trick him? You can't.
And so even in the face of this fast move, this fresh look, FaZe Clan hit their wall. It is a Rops.
Oh, that's just filthy. The play was in front of them. They actually smoked to split up into CT spawn, expected to need to put a little bit more pressure on to take the A site. They didn't realize, actually. There was only 2 there. It would have been good to just go quickly. FaZe back to the drawing board. They'll have to save.
What started well with those consistent B hits was answered by ZywOo's starting moves. The adaptation that comes out of Kerrigan is just a great example as to why he is considered one of the greats and argued as the greatest.
I mean, a win here would help.
He understands that Counter-Strike comes at you fast, and so you have to move even faster. Vitality bank on that defense in the 1 round prior. Now, it's a lot of free space given over to FaZe. If Twist had a Deagle, I would almost believe.
Playing back.
Jacob will hang on to it instead, and as he tries to take contact, it's that flashbang that gets Rops into the play. ZywOo's got Kerrigan. Block kill here for FaZe, but that should be about it. So even catching one, Vitality knew exactly what was coming their direction, and this is a chance for the CT side to truly grow, because we are now talking about 5 of the last 6 rounds all the way of Vitality.
Now, the perfect player to find for Vitality was Rops. He joined this team. He showed us that, again, he wasn't getting carried on his previous lineups. He was the reason that they were great. One of the only players who's so close to a superstar, but really is a star role player. A star in anchor positions. A guy, it feels like, is gonna have a trophy sliding bar like we've never seen by the end of his career. He comes onto Vitality, who were just looking for that one last right move, and made the huge difference. Set them off on their streak, got them their major, put them in a position to defend that major here in this finals. There is no this Vitality without Rops.
And even within this Inferno right now, starting to climb up that scoreboard at a pace that should scare FaZe. You've got Rops anchoring on one side with 11 kills and Mezzi already up at 9. ZywOo with critical opening shots as well. FaZe may start to feel like the walls are closing in on them. Dust 2 wasn't even a contest.
That one's too far.
It's gonna chip Twist down to half health. Frozen tries to pounce. Flamesy able to catch one at least, but he goes down with this pressure from FaZe Clan. And they're gonna follow this through. There's a moment here for Apex as he draws ZywOo over to try to help. Apex, yes! Finishes the kill to Twist.
That's a great spray.
ZywOo's got the line, but he misses his off shot. Brokey just bounces his way into the fountain as Rops quick off the A site.
He's gonna try to make this a long round.
Somehow, some way, Brokey.
I mean, how are you gonna figure this out?
You never ask questions when it comes to Brokey. You just watch and learn. This is a guy who shapes chaos into comfort, but instead he gets popped by Mezzi in an instant. And so Vitality's 6th round comes with them just throwing their bodies at that banana problem yet again.
Apex saves the day. 2K spray, solid from his position. FaZe want one thing right now. They want one thing. They want one gap at the top of car, and they're going to go find it. They're coming through every smoke now. It's not even just the smoke at the top of the site, but the one that's on the half wall. They're ready to go through. Can't say their efforts don't make sense. What I want to know if this half keeps playing out this way, if that game plan is a little too simple. It's 6-4 now. It's a half by now for FaZe. but it's about to get real ugly if they don't get any more rounds. Six of the last 7 here for Vitality. CT side has started rolling. Playing with fire, and ZywOo is down, actually.
He's got no reason to fear you with this deagle.
That is the ultimate reaction time test. I don't even think he'd have a chance.
Why not? Just head towards Banana again, huh?
No bottom B control. They're kind of fighting them in limbo here.
This was Vitality a bit light out of the gate this time, when it comes to B at least.
You know, it's a dangerous game to fight for banana control, but it's one that must be played.
Because if not, this
Thing is,
happens.
though, again, the amount that they block this, I just feel like there's chances. There's opportunities for FaZe. Especially when it's a half buy.
Ooh, another smoke meets them. Are you brave enough to try to burst through?
But like, you see it's a perimeter defense right now for Vitality on the A side. They don't have info on bracket. They don't know if anyone's pushed halls.
No, they've let FaZe get this close. Flash finds its mark. Apex nade out. Oh, Tech9 jumps!
Oh, he got it off the corner of his
He's gonna have to go massive. And he will line up on the front of the site, but they still swarm. So many players move by. Kerrigan's hands onto the M4. You let them get this close.
What?
And is it only to tear their hearts from their chests?
Will it be Mezzi again?
FaZe fight valiantly on the hopes of a 5th round. Cut down to size, it is Tech9's in hand, and ZywOo on the retake lines them up and stuffs them in their coffins.
Handled by himself. Mezzi with the bullet through the smoke. Mezzi on these retakes.
Let that be a reminder to Vitality that if you let FaZe get close.
It feels like we're in Groundhog Day in 2 different ways. FaZe want one thing, that's B. FaZe want to come through the smoke at the top of B. See, Xtaz constantly seeing this and wondering what's happening. But then you always have Vitality pulling off the retakes.
It's a 5-round streak about to turn 6. If they can close out this one final attempt for FaZe, at least who have their guns, and an opening kill again. Roki gets the better of Flamesy. Apex took half his health and damage early on. Oh, but Rox from middle finds Kerrigan. A freebie through the smoke to just slow FaZe down a notch. All while ZywOo goes for something different. We have not seen this off inside of the apartments. FaZe Clan have not felt this.
They're not peeking in from both sides. We'll see if Jacob wants to take a liberty. Oh my God.
Catches him in between thinking of both ends.
That's a message.
It's a big pickup for Jacob. Trying to get this game going, trying to keep that threat of an A commitment online, and it's just gonna leave Rops on his own. But I think with how much FaZe have had this affinity for the B side, it makes sense to keep majority on this side. Mezzi's locked into the boost. Frozen's gonna put a smoke down in front of him, but Mezzi's gonna maintain vision over top. As long as the flashes don't fully find him, player pushes down beneath.
Mezzi.
He's gonna execute him in a second.
Oh, he has the chance to do a lot more.
He lets it sit. Oh, while Apex dies, Mezzi wins! He pulls the trigger, turns around, and executes them both!
It's got to be the 1-on-2 from Twist now. Mezzi makes the move to make this feel impossible. No spice on the site.
Got to get picked back up, it will be. Twist fake plant once, Mezzi doesn't bite. Banana player dead!
Oh.
And Twist slain! Mezzi again and again! And Vitality prove there are gaps between them and FaZe on Inferno. 6-round streak takes the life out of FaZe Clan's faces.
silver lining so far on Inferno for FaZe is that Pistols have continued to go their way, but that 3-round start at the very first half of this map, is it all just false confidence for a FaZe clan in the face of 2025's #1?
It absolutely could be. We've seen Vitality now. They've shown us that they're better on retakes. They showed that last map as well. And even if FaZe can get 2 crazy entries, that the round isn't over. So Pistols are the only reason that this map is even competitive for FaZe Clan. They're going to need 2 just to continue that. Otherwise, this is going to look a lot like Dust 2. FaZe fighting from beneath in every single game that they play. Showing improvements, getting better, putting together some great nap streaks. Their Inferno's history looks better than Vitality's. But it looks like Vitality are now fully online.
Made over, is it timed well? Yes, it is. Ooh,
that is unbelievable.
Some hefty damage on that one from Frozen. Problem is he's alone on this site.
Playing open.
There's no kit here for FaZe, and it's looking like a retake will be needed. He can try to spam down with some body shots. Oh, or maybe just straight up headshots. Why not?
Frozen are happy.
No entry allowed for free. Executes through smoke. And his nade has softened up the others. FaZe with no kit retakes on. And retakes going to perfection.
They put those pistols together. We can give some credit to Frozen. Okay, that nade was awesome.
Sure. And the headshot through the smoke well timed.
Crosshair placement is half the battle, okay? The timing is perfect off the footsteps through the smoke. The nade square between 4 players here. And Frozen playing retake is the difference.
Can't believe you leave him solo on that bomb site. He gets that much value.
Yeah, well, he has shown his value in playoffs, 100%.
I remember
might have been his best map ever on Nuke yesterday. I mean, that was unbelievable.
It was not long ago that 3-0 start on the T side also had FaZe Clan's fans frothing.
Now we might get the most interesting scoreline so far in these maps. Because if FaZe are relying on pistols to get this comeback, then Vitality are going to have to do this the hard way, you know, no matter what. Now we'll see if they can try to convert this. But this is something we haven't seen yet. Usually the teams that are taking the pistols, they're crushing. FaZe had a fetish for the B site. Seems like Vitality are going to try to do the same thing.
Smoke in front of it still. They're not going to respect that. Trying to climb over top. Good flashbang. As he capitalizes in that moment. Cyber's going to find one as well. That is revenge for Frozen's hold in the last round. Man advantage, Vitality forced by. And it does not. Cyber going to respect Vitality. Trying to climb over top. Good flashbang. As he capitalizes in that moment. Cyber's going to find one as well. This is a frag to open up the smoke, but you will not see anybody frantic. Oh, they eat the flashes, and Flazy comes out perfectly. Twist within that moment, gets the trade frag right back, but still the numbers favor Vitality. Oh, the lineup!
And they know it's Robs.
Sits back in a banana. His ex-teammates in front of him. With their hopes on the line, he will peek out and die to the USP of all things.
They covered it, the lineup. When do you see that from Grill to Emo? 2 players dead to the M4 spray. Somehow.
Another one where there is just no time and still he pulls it off. I thought no kit would cost them.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Covered perfectly. Brokey puts that one together. Eating ammo. 3 frags in the finish. Navi suffered a lot of those rounds yesterday.
But how long can FaZe stay on the CT side if just surviving with retakes like that? Honestly, how long?
This is the time. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. What you can say is that Vitality's execute, better flashes, better spacing. They kind of did what FaZe did to them, but they actually put themselves in an even better spot. It was a more unlikely retake. I think Vitality, at least they can tell themselves, like that really worked. Kerrigan was blind for back-to-back flashes, damn near 6 seconds or so.
Budapest believes. Vitality start this one slower. And they've got a lot to work with right now, right? I feel like sometimes when you start around this slow, FaZe will be considering just how much Vitality have up their sleeve, but there is a comfortable amount of grenades here. They could go for 2 volleys. You know, you look at the nades in FaZe's hands in contrast as they continue to drop them on the defensive before we get this commitment from Vitality's utility. Luckily here for FaZe, stacking this bomb site at the right time, in the right direction, down to 25 seconds. Vitality have taken their sweet time, and they're still just gonna try to puncture through up the short side. Jacob inside of the pit, cuts off that one player towards apartments. Flashbang's good, blinds a bunch of bodies, but there's a bunch of bodies. That's the problem for Vitality. So many defenders. Saiwu, 2 more players to try to topple. Frozen's dead with the last bullet. He claims it, and the last second, did he miss it?
No, he's got it.
Okay.
That bomb's going down.
Clutch is on.
Kerrigan was left alone at B. Now he has to retake. Saiwu, 13 HP.
Tech9 in hand, and Kerrigan tiptoes his way closer. Keeps himself into the cover, has to hit the headshot. At any moment, Kerrigan swings. Saiwu sits.
Oh, Kerrigan's got it.
And FaZe are there to deny it, but it's another by the skin of their teeth.
He'll get on this bomb, it's a defuse. It becomes a 1-round game.
You smell that?
Smelled like manure in here. I mean, it was almost some of that for Vitality.
This is
really
how it
nice
starts.
Depth, yeah. To be honest, twist kills are so key on the opposite side of default. Rotations are nice and fast there. And Kerrigan, you know, all he has to do is not take a headshot angle fight, and he has a huge advantage. You got an instant kill in MP9. It's only because of Saiwu that we thought maybe that'll happen.
Up now. This is a gun round as well. Vitality's lead, slowly but surely, has begun to disappear. Mezzi on the answer back to Banana, though. That's Frozen just fed over.
Yeah, that's pretty massive. You know, two damage for Mezzi. No bullets hitting him. And Kerrigan on solo duty again. That's what happened last round, except it was an A play. Vitality looked to go back to what works. Kerrigan went from one of the best maps of his career to getting 3 frags back on Dust 2.
Hell yeah. And now with grenades in hand, he's got 4 bodies of Vitality about to barrel his way, so he puts the smoke down to try to delay it.
Which wolf are we going to get here on Inferno? Kerrigan's got some heavy-duty grenades here. Impact damage. If they want to linger too much, they're going to eat some damage.
Chucks it in the middle. Still that corner occupied by Robs.
They don't get touched by anything here.
Frag grenade. It's going to bounce a little too far. That'll do some damage. Smoke comes from the opposite bomb site. Time down at 45 seconds. Kerrigan's trying to cross. Oh, Mezzi's going to catch him through it. And as Twist moves onto the scene, it's a spray as he crosses his fingers. They'll cross into the bomb site.
And they're just going to walk away from this. That late smoke, he thought that was the key. He wanted to make sure he had vision as they were going to run through on the left side. But they made sure to spam it. They made sure to spam it. They're doing a lot of what FaZe are doing, but they're making it look a bit better.
It's Mezzi again.
It's Mezzi again. When are we going to stop saying his name? He's the one guy, 2 maps now, pure dominance.
Beauty of Mezzi's career, just so overqualified for this position in Vitality, but he also is another supportive pillar, much like Ross, to kind of try to prop up everybody else. But the evolution of Mezzi is what I'm always blown away by. The leadership elements of his play that he starts to bring to the table. He's the one guy who never seems to completely fall into the darkness if things don't go well for Vitality at the start of a map.
We always get that listen in. You hear Mezzi come through with words that, you know, make him appear wise beyond his years, just to get everyone back on the right track. Sometimes those are foreboding signs, though. When in games like that, when that happens, it's a little too late. We're not seeing that now, however. He's playing well, Vitality R2. They have, yes, let FaZe back into the game, but they keep a lead.
You have to think of all of the costs that were racked up to FaZe Clan in that streak of 3 rounds at the start of this.
Yeah, there's a pot of gold on the other side of this win for Vitality if they can pull it off. Remember, this is a 5v4. Mezzi gets one back, doesn't even take a lick of damage. Not sure how that happened to Frozen. But 2 entries, that's too much to sustain. And because he does it so easily, Vitality keeps so much left over. It's FaZe's economy that's teetering.
Așa toți de gadați că l-am zis, mă, că mi-e în inferno. Nu mă de bulese.
Playing off the bomb site, trying to get up towards Vitality. Nate perfectly placed. That ZywOo down to half.
They are calling out their positions quite well. That's one
free
vision
damage
spotted,
while you
yeah.
can. And remember back to ZywOo taking over this position in the first half, right? He was the guy to come over and to solve the problems at B. Well, now it's Broky's chance, but he peels away. Kerrigan's going to get executed from over top.
That's beautiful. Molly on Hobbit made sure that they could not get support for Kerrigan. Now they're in business.
Brings Broky back. Frozen sitting here all the while. And that one smoke grenade.
They're going to expect him on this corner. Kind of brazen for him to be here.
Oh, still goes for the cross. Molotov's coming over. He wants to lock in backside. And the utility's going to disrupt Frozen's position. Broky can't quite seem to get comfortable in this bomb site. Flashbangs find him. He is dead with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, they barrel through. Everything is perfect in place. That smoke a little off, but no CT there to punish the corner. Vitality just making sure that everything was as good as it felt.
It's a world-class execution. And it's a FaZe Clan that just can't keep up.
Twist calls for the save. That is that's the most solid moment, I think, for Vitality on these B execs, because like it's cool to see them do what FaZe did, but a little better. But also coming through these smokes, I feel like they're opening the door to a little bit more variance and like what can happen, especially for the team that's should be playing from a position of power. But right here, the way they make sure to zone Kerrigan, they call out how Kerrigan is making sure that they can punish everybody who's behind that half wall. He lands that nade at Bell. He calls for Broky to come and peek into logs when he sees a player as who's jumping over the half wall, who's doing a good job of sort of playing battleship in that situation. But then Vitality responded with equal and even better gameplay. Zoned him out entirely. There was no chance for him to shoot back. He would have just had to read that someone was above him, and that boost was assembled too quickly.
See the remnants of the save. The little that Kerrigan and Broky will have, a smoke grenade for each.
We've watched FaZe play Overpass, which is the map that's coming up next. It was by far their worst game of this entire major. We've seen them get a lot better since then, but they also stopped allowing it through since then.
There's nowhere to hide in a best of 5.
They know the pressure's on to win this map here.
Ouch, that nade is tough. Kerrigan down to 36, and remember, only with the pistol. Bomb still floats back by ramp, so Vitality not quite ready to go all in on this just yet, but you can establish a strong line for ZywOo. They actually smoke it out themselves. They're trying to find something over top with the boost on the sandbags, and that is the perfect call out. Frozen goes down, the gun will need to be picked back up. And this B bomb site feeling prime for the taking yet again. Bomb recovered, joins forces on Banana. And Apex is just gonna try his hand at the commitment again. Kerrigan at bat, steps forward with a clean frag to Flamesy.
Ooh, it's awkward actually. It slows it down at a moment they were about to jump on this.
Awkward flash as well out from Apex, just trying to keep pressure on this Banana hold.
Kerrigan's not alone again.
30 seconds, smoke goes over top. But that's Broky with the USP.
Man, give him that M4.
With the M4. He's hanging on to it at 36 HP. Trying to hope that they'll let Broky go unnoticed. Kerrigan, not more left for him to do. Mezzi clearing corners.
Oh, of course he's got it covered.
Mezzi clearing FaZe Clan. Time and time again, out of this B-bomb site, majority stand for Vitality. Do FaZe want to take this chance without a kid.
Yeah, they get on to 11. FaZe, this is the situation they knew they'd find themselves in this moment. Mezzi 20-6. With another successful round of B kills, assisted by ZywOo's opener.
And slowly but surely, the tale of this Inferno is going to be one comparable in both halves. Pistol, full conversions. That's 6 of the 7 rounds that FaZe Clan are sitting on at the moment. But given runway, vitality, take off time and time again. They've showed it to us all year long. This is miracles on one side of the stage and masters on the other. And Vitality are showing you why we have talked about them all year long.
I mentally forgot about Nuke, as if it never happened. Vitality take firm control here as they steady the ship on Inferno. Another buy-up in response, no op for Brokey to work with. Could have if he really wanted it.
Jacob begins to be freed up from the shackles of the A defense. Goes for, again, a bit of an apartments opening, but you just know Vitality are on the other side of those walls. So he'll peel away. Kerrigan comes over to join forces. Not often we don't see him inside of that B bomb site, but they try to bolster it with the Twist Frozen combo instead. And there's a moment here where Frozen's starting to get frisky towards Banana. Utility from the bottom of ramp. Bomb has been left towards spawn again. Slow squeeze for Vitality to try to secure themselves a 12th round on map 3.
And it's been so much B. It's been so much B. Maybe they get a little loose here on the A side. Maybe they want to come and peek.
Don't do it, Kerrigan.
He's thinking about it.
Don't do it.
But he's not giving in just yet. No op to play with so far. Bomb's getting picked up. Decisions haven't been made yet. Just chilling right now are Vitality, starting to walk it up. And
runs around, and ZywOo doesn't really pull the trigger. Wasn't quite ready for that pace. Kerrigan gets away with it, puts Flames in front of it. 25 seconds to this clock, and we've got a group of Vitality players about to try to charge down this A site.
He must have literally blinked.
Jacob with no utility sits inside of the pit. Kerrigan starting to have second-guessing moments here, just frantically runs back over towards the library side. Vitality so heavy up short. Brokey's position's gonna cut off the bomb. Jacob gets his from pit. It's a slaughter. ZywOo turns back the other way, and FaZe find their fight.
Wow, and he's in danger. ZywOo's gonna run away from this 39 HP. This is a mixture of a great hold and time pressure from Vitality. I think ZywOo must have literally blinked, not taking that shot on Arch. But the fact that it came down to a single point of failure over on the A side makes you think, here's why there's a lot of B plays happening. Are Vitality as confident as they appear?
3 rounds the gap now for FaZe. Chance to build up some money. The most convincing round win of the second half for FaZe Clan. Keeps Vitality off that overtime secure. And they didn't see what the setup was for FaZe inside of B site, and that was that layered Twists Frozen holding the same angle, something that they were able to tap into on Dust 2 a couple of times.
Both teams have been playing so far back on A. There's just been nothing interesting happening on that side of the map until it's an A hit. We're never getting the bottom B flank. Now that's for Vitality and FaZe. But now that FaZe are in the second half, it's their ball game.
Nade gets dunked on the setup. Frag sent back the other way. Frozen at back. Oh, can't manage.
Oh, that's a big kill for Flamesy.
It's a good amount of damage. Flamesy survives the nade. Kerrigan into the back of the site. Has to hope that Twist can help him. Frag doesn't do too much off Twists. And then he dies. It's all fit. Nothing here for FaZe.
Mezzi got twisted. CT spawned. Another smoke kill for Mezzi.
3 players inside that B bomb site, and FaZe will come up with nothing.
And he's smoking that FaZe back right now.
Vitality's 12th round, their easiest yet.
Right back to B. They just said, don't overthink the situation, keep it dead simple. Sage advice from Zywoo.
Save here is critical, and Brokey's back is about to be exposed. Ooh, never mind. Trying to get away, but Rops is a real hunter. Important to see if he gets this. Brokey in the corner will survive. That's 2 up for FaZe, 4 rounds.
No, you're right. Pretty much their only chance to make this interesting. Besides pistols and conversions, there hasn't been much here for FaZe. Kills like this are just everything.
Singular round win beyond the pistols and conversions. That's it.
Smoke break. That's just so good from Mezzi, man. So alert. So ready.
Look at the limitation that FaZe will have with this one. Brokey tries to go for the mid pick, gets nothing out of the gate. FaZe Clan surely still feel like they need to build up this B bomb site defense. That is why we've seen Twists and Frozen take over control. Frag grenade again, well placed. Flashbang even better. Frozen.
Over the ball.
He doesn't see it. But a back turn to him. He gets away with the robbery. More players down on the other side of smoke. Frozen barrels through. When push comes to shove, Frozen hits them with the cold shoulder.
Oh, with the volley going in the wrong direction. That flash working wonders. And the M4 doing the rest. FaZe live to breathe another round, it looks like.
Money's fine for Vitality. That's not going to be a problem just yet. All that's happened is you have missed your first of 4 chances to close map 3. Pop shot wounds Rops. Bomb in possession now of the FaZe Clan. And they are going to win this one with 5 players strong. That is a statement move by Frozen.
I'm not going to lie, we haven't seen all the layers that give us a great Inferno from both teams. And like for Vitality, finally a response at the bottom of Banana. Not just all of these fallback trap nades. There's been too many rounds from both of these squads that have ended because 2 entries happen when there's a push through a smoke, or it's, you know, the finality of the situation at the mouth of B. It feels like that's happened almost every single round. T-attack from both squads. But the utility in the early round has been good from FaZe. The first time they actually send someone down to kill people at the bottom of Banana. I think their one regret would be playing scared and dying that way.
Fuck you, Apex.
How he gets away with that flashbang. Ooh, it's everything. Getting away with a 3rd kill, all because Mezzi doesn't see it go over top. Well, well, well. We go back and forth, 4 rounds, non-consecutive now. The FaZe fight is alive, folks. But the money's still good for Vitality. Another nade for Apex to have to stomach. Another Molotov to force him back. Trying to keep Vitality away from those very successful B-site executions takes bravery.
Yes. But that's the only way you're actually going to win. There's so much variance just inherently on Banana, you know.
Oh, exposed.
That's beautiful.
Well-used utility here for Vitality for the 5v4.
The flash paired with the smoke break, that's Frozen out, the main threat from last round.
They took a lot of damage in that process. Will it soften them up for somebody else on FaZe to thrive? Frozen had his round 1 round ago.
This will be curtains for FaZe unless they can come up with a 4v5. Will their good pieces of utility actually have an impact on the outcome of this round?
Kerrigan still just sits here.
And he's got to do something for his team, otherwise they can't justify staying 3B.
That smoke at the bottom of Banana fades. Kerrigan peels back slightly. He can hear the rumblings of this incoming Vitality. A scramble over for Brokey as Kerrigan confirms that they are getting closer, but they're still not an all-in. There is not a full commitment. FaZe Clan now leaning back on 2 defenders per bomb site. And Vitality have made up their minds. They are going to take this challenge to Twist and leave it to Mezzi to come through. But will Jacob be able to stand up when the lights are brightest? Holds on to the apartments, and he gets overwhelmed. Mezzi is everywhere. But don't forget about all of that early damage. Brokey taken down to 46 health. Just one of the pack now. As Kerrigan tries to wrap this one around, this is 2 players not working with kits, 2 players not working with utility. As Vitality, Kings of 2025, lock into their bomb sites. Look forward to the 2-1 advantage in this best of 5. But They have allowed Kerrigan to creep ever closer. Down goes Brokey. Kerrigan strikes, but it's good night on Inferno. And hello again, Vitality.
Miraj oxirgi kartadi.
Surviving the tests time and time again.
Hozir o'g'ri agar FaZe olsa, Mirajni kim olsa yutdi. Agar o'g'ri pastni hozir Vitality olib qo'ysa bo'ldi. 10 minutmi?
Adrenaline rushes is numbing the pain. You competitive, I like the narrative. I don't know best in the league. Who you comparing with that is infinitive. Top of the throne and it's me. Are you up in love when it's me? I just been bringing the heat. I just been bringing the fire. Been bringing the fire. I just been bringing the fire. And they can't stop me.
You see the match. We see every restart behind it. You see lightning-fast reflexes. We see countless hours building trust. You see a single moment of triumph. We see the 1,000 failures that forged it. Victory isn't just the moment. We win because we reached it together. Level up as one.
Shot and I'm already grinning, you know that I'm one of you're sending, you know you've been cutting, you know I'm ascending. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning. I'm one of them winning.
The return of Area 51, Alienware's highest performance desktop yet. Equipped with powerful Intel Core Ultra processors. Innovative architecture designed for ultimate gaming. Engineered to evolve alongside your game. Encounter the legendary Area 51 at Alienware.com.
Create a lobby by your own rules.
Ourselves a pretty crazy ending to that last semi-final. As always, Devilwalk is with me to the side, and then
our first special guest. I don't know how this wide shot's going to work. Maybe it just includes both of them from the start. It's none other than Jay Legend.
Hey, thank you.
Jay, how are you doing, my friend?
Before the end of Nuke, I was doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had it in the bag, yes. I was already planning on how I'm going to greet them, how I'm going to say, well played.
Yeah.
You did well. I was already planning my speech in the head, and somehow we lost one round and the second, and then it feels tight. Then your heart starts beating a little bit faster, and yeah, I'm a little bit sad, I'm going to be honest.
What has been the biggest highlight of the major for you so far, Tak?
Oh, as a Brazilian, I have to say Fallen yesterday. The 3K. Today, Twist was really beautiful as well and really important because it's a major semifinals and the third map, you know, really difficult situation, and he just delivered a very good round as well. My memory is not very good, so probably I just remember the
big moments.
The big moments, but there were a lot of highlights and good stuff during this major.
Awesome. So while I've got you two here, what I want to quickly do is, obviously we spoke about the Na'Vi game in depth a little bit, but I want to touch on our other game we had, the Spirit versus Vitality game. You guys both saw it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, Taco, give me first just your initial thoughts on that, the disaster of Spirit falling off, your overall thoughts on what the hell you saw at that point.
Yeah, I even kind of got Spirit as not big favorites because it's Vitality and they are the best team of the year. And but from what I was watching in the major, I felt like Spirit was playing really well, and I thought that they would put a good fight today against them. But also I think the emotional part kind of played a big role in that series. You could see Donk a bit tilted after map 2, I guess, map 1.
Yeah, map 1.
Map 1 and 2.
Looked. I've never seen him that tilted, and he's been, you know, tilted before in other tournaments, but in this major, I've never seen him tilt like that much. Like
was he that tilted?
He was sitting in his chair, like you know, almost like, I can't believe this.
Was that after the map 1?
Yeah, after map 1.
Oh, I left it, I didn't see it.
He was insanely tilted. I have to agree with you. I had Spirit as kind of my pick for the winner of the matchup. I thought as well. They played great, and you know, it's the fact that you had other individuals stepping up. You know, we spoke to Tanir even before that he's kind of figured out what the timings are in his new kind of role, which is way more passive. And I feel like once you get those kind of extremity players, know when you have freedom to do stuff and they're just not completely passive, that's when you get a great balance of the team. That's when you know that even if Donk, you know, gets into a vulnerable position, they can pressure and release some of the pressure against him, etc. And that's what I felt when I watched them, that they played really well. I think personally that it's probably like a medium result for them. I think they expected more, but this is still kind of a fine result considering the struggles they had prior to the tournament.
Look at his face, he's not agreeing with this.
Yeah.
No, I am agreeing. I mean, other than when you have the best player and one of the best operators in the game.
Where you putting Shiro as one of the best operators in the game?
100%.
Okay, okay.
And
for all the Shiro haters out there, there you go. The truth has been dropped on you.
He's top 3 this year.
For sure. I really expect Spirit to win a lot of games, like a lot of tournaments, not even games. I feel like this tournament, they were the favorites coming into the major quarterfinal, coming into the major favorites.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Over Fury, over Falcons?
Yeah.
What made you say that? What did you see? I'm just genuinely interested now.
I mean, I don't. They look very strong. Of course, I feel like their weakness is strats for sure. They are very readable. But then, of course, they have Donk, which is it is predictable, but unpredictable in the same.
It's predictable, but he's still gonna wipe the floor when he runs into you.
He's so fast. You watch the game and he's so fast, but they have good openings and good endings with Donk and Shiro. And what they need is just support on the opening and support on the ending. And sometimes, if Donk fails, I just see the round crumbling down afterwards, because he didn't do his job. Shiro is very good at closing 2v2, 3v3, but if he doesn't have that situation for him. They're not able to win the game, to win the round. So, but anyways, I still had them as favorites, so I'm going to be honest.
Okay. There is going to be Team GOAT Showmatch versus Team Vaco.
Ooh,
that's your team. That's your team.
You're team captain.
You're the team captain.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna list out who the team is. Team Vaco. It's Taco, Gaules, BT.
Yes.
I don't know how good BT is, but we'll see.
He was a former professional 1.6 player.
Yeah, how long ago? Yeah, how long ago, bro? MCH. I don't know who MCH is.
He was also a very good Brazilian CS 1.6, and he also played CSGO as well.
Okay, so we've got some old school in there.
It's been a long time since he played.
Okay, so Taka, you're going to have to do some carrying alongside K Serato. That's a big name.
That's my guy. That's
K Serato's going to save you.
I'm going to be jumping for him tomorrow. You know? K Serato going to get all the kills, my friend. You're going to play with someone who's going to jump.
Taco,
all the info for you.
I don't want to see you being the one jumping. I think you should send maybe BT or Gaules to be the one jumping, bro, for you. You're going to be the one who needs to do some trades in this. And then on Team GOAT, we've got JL, we've got Simple, we've got Everlone, Mihu.
Take easy. My friend.
You have professional players as well.
Friend.
Yeah, this looks a bit unfair. And then Austin, so they tried to balance out the team by putting an American on your team, but he knows his utility.
I mean, he does. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little bit unfair towards our side.
Wait, if ever
you can't use your hands. You can't use your hands tomorrow.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna use this as a chance to come back to the professional scene.
No, wait. I'm gonna tell you both now. If you mess this show match up for us, this is supposed to be entertaining and fun. If I don't see some silly weapons and some craziness coming out, I'll go back on the stage while you're playing and I'll start messing with your mouse.
I'm starting deathmatch sessions at 8 a.m. on the stage. I'm waiting for
another one of these show matches.
No.
So that's how we're getting you back on the stage straight away in this arena. 20,000 people on a Sunday before grand final.
20,000 people on the show match.
Well, I can't guarantee they're going to come for the show match. But there's you, Simple, Taco, Gaules. Like that's a big enough pull.
I mean, Gaules is very massive.
Yeah, bro.
You're gonna get the Brazilians maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be fun.
The drums.
The drums are going to be there.
But they're going to be for you. But it's still fine.
He got excited for about 1 second and then went, oh no.
You know what? I never played against JL. Never.
Never?
I never played against Taco.
Yeah, maybe in practice, but official tournaments, never.
All right, we need to get to the end of the show. So the last thing I want to discuss with you, Taco, it's finals day tomorrow. The first ever best of fives for a major. And we got Vitality going up against FaZe. Do you believe in that FaZe bullshit magic? Or are you saying Vitality right now?
Well, I think Vitality are the big favorites. I didn't expect FaZe to actually go through even the second
stage.
Yeah.
They were not looking good, and I think the key factor now, but for FaZe was Jacob stepping up.
Big time.
Was really important.
Yeah, huge.
But I think tomorrow Vitality they are the favorites, and I think they're gonna win. But FaZe, you can never count them down.
You can never count them out, but I also think Vitality. I think the map pool is too weak for FaZe. I think they've showed that they have 3 maps that they are strong on and
too confident, and one like okay,
yeah. They have Nuke, they have Dust 2, they have Inferno. I think those are the maps where they kind of show that they're very competitive on. But in a best of 5 final, I mean, if it was a best of 3, I could definitely see FaZe winning. But best of 5 makes me question against such a well-rounded team like Vitality, who knows how to play every map, even the maps that FaZe play well. I could still see Vitality winning every single one of those.
I agree 100%. I wouldn't change a word from what you said.
All right, so this is the end of the Star Ladder All About Counter-Strike podcast for the Budapest Major. We've had a lot of fun. It's Taco, me, Devilwalk rocking it. I'm going to end as we go into this is episode what, Devilwalk? 42. We managed to get to episode 42. There will be another one when the grand final ends to close out the whole major. You won't want to miss it, but also the show match into the best of 5. This is the way we end the show. Caralho.
Vamos, caralho.
Vamos, caralho.
There we go. Good night, people.
Ready? Yeah. Flashing. Boom. Yeah, 2 banana, guys.
Twist. I take long. Careful long.
Jacob.
I take long.
I'm ready to flash. Flash, flash. Oh. Two more, last to be. Careful, they take CT. Or wins.
I'll hold CT.
One is half HP.
When is on? One close wins. Oh, dark.
Matu, you should go first, you have 30 HP.
I have a flash and molly. I can try molly dark.
You can. Stay alone, Will. Go.
I flashed over once.
Flash from there. What do you know?
I'm molly dark.
Wins, nice! Take boys! Take.
Dead runs.
Nice, 2v2. They are more low HP, guys. Play together. 7 bullets, Matu.
Yeah. I have a molly. Yeah, I'm flanking that
molly pool, Matu, maybe, no? Go back CT and molly pool.
Yes.
2 wins. Nice! You can take, okay. Nice, Sigma 2. I'm retarded.
I'm here with Extaz. Obviously, this map went much better than the first one, after which I called you. Game plan was respected this time.
Yeah, we expect everything, CT and T side, even though the T side it was a bit of a mess at some point, but yeah, I'm happy with that.
Some annoying rounds went their way, but you keep composed. You lost also both pistol rounds, so it looks like the whole map you were in control. Is that something you feel as well?
Yeah, I think so. Especially on T side, we had a good plan. Of course, they tried to adapt a bit, but we were ready for that.
Last question about Messi. He's very vocal on the in the TeamSpeak as well, because he looks very active. He's getting a lot of frags. Is he something that he's helping with the calling as well on this T side especially?
Yeah, of course, he wants this major.
Of course he does. Good luck in the best of 5. Yeah.
Back-to-back major trophies now within touching distance as Inferno puts Vitality back in pole position. Despite a good start on the T side for FaZe, Vitality managed to find the solutions, and I'm sure we'll talk about it shortly. But Mezzi, exactly as Stico was saying, talk about a lights-out series for him so far, Jacob.
He's been fantastic. He's been the best performer in the Vitality camp. He was doing well yesterday as well. We spoke about it. That Mirage game against Spirit, he was the one that kept the team alive. For Saibu to show up, for Rubs to show up, to win it in overtime. His playoff run so far from Messi, you know, in isolation has been absolutely fantastic. He came into this tournament, obviously, as Maui has described him, overqualified in his positions. And right now, I don't know what overqualifying, you know, is saying, but I think he's overachieving in every single aspect that we could ever expect coming out of Messi. He's having a blast right now.
I feel like FaZe, they know what it's like to have a great late round player when they had Rops, and somehow Vitality seemed to have 2 of them. Both Rops and Mezzi both are just contributing so well in the late rounds. It makes it so that even if Vitality have a couple missteps in the first engagement, the first map control stages, doesn't even seem to matter, because Mezzi has just been so solid in terms of finding the trades, being a clutch player, and he's so composed too. I feel like some of the plays that we're seeing from him just show so much expertise, so much experience in terms of how he, on the big stage, looks like that he is more composed than even sometimes Kerrigan, Apex, who throwing caution to the wind. He's the one that really has just been the foundation for this Vitality team.
Hey, you can look at the starts of Vitality. You know, you have Saibu, who's 16 and 12, Rops 14 and 14. You know, it's such a huge performance for Messi, ending the game and 23 kills and 8 deaths. That's a massive performance, and especially in a map that's this close. You know, there were a few rounds that could have gone FaZe's way that made it shaky, and they could have been in a disadvantage. But Messi pulled them back. Messi made sure that they could continuously gain the momentum, keep them under control, and close this map out.
Let's talk about pulling back the CT side to be starting off with as well, because you mentioned it, Maui. Obviously, Robs are forced to be absolutely contested with. What example do you have from us from that first half to illustrate the CT defense he was putting up?
Yeah, we have a pretty early round in the half where he was able to just find so much impact from the pit position. Obviously, it's the power spot where you want to have your best anchors, and so Robs, no stranger to it. When even under so much pressure, when all the Molotovs are flying in his direction, he's usually able to deploy the right amount of counter utility, and also just angle management too. Never giving up more than he should in terms of just making sure that his body doesn't show too wide on any of the positions. And I'd say this one, actually, he is outside the pit, but just dancing between 2 angles where you could see that he deploys the smoke to block off the Moto side wrap. And look, he's just training onto both targets so carefully, so precisely, and he just has a perfect image in terms of timing for when they have to press on forward. So the fact that he gets a multi-kill there and when FaZe is going for a fast A play, it's just paramount to the defense of Vitality.
That is such an outrageous defensive play coming out of Ops. You cannot imagine the pressure is on right here. Not only does he have to jungle with two different angles, that is one aiding and one aiding, he has to communicate that to the teammates as well, gets a triple kill in this scenario as well. You know, it's not the most flashy kills, but to be able to do that and to be able to do that as consistently as Rubs is doing, you described it as well, Maui, having two late round players in both Messi and Rubs who can change around with the outcome of basically playing world-class defensive Counter-Strike like that must be nice for a guy like Apex, who sometimes struggle himself to do it.
And it's also such an awkward position to be in, because you know when, if Robs actually loses one of those early two duels, they pretty much lose the round, because after plans on A side, you know, notorious for probably being up towards like an 80-20 in equal man advantage, and even an advantage when you have less people alive on the server. So huge defense for them to gain control.
To be rounding out that first half, there were some moments where arguably, you know, Vitality, they did have to work to pull things back. Round 11, what's the tale here?
Yeah, I mean, they were put under a lot of pressure. We spoke about it, the close game in the beginning. Round 11, great example. The buy coming in right here from FaZe is not necessarily too pretty. To be completely honest, you think to yourself, that's going to be around any day for Vitality. FlameC gets pushed off his angle with some good utility. Karrigan doing a Karrigan play, catching off Apex and CT spawn, and all of a sudden FlameC's under an awful lot of pressure by himself. Only gets one kill, and you think to yourself, uh-oh, there's no way you win this one. But then you see it. Saivu comes in, Messi comes in. Don't know why Twist and Karrigan are so eager to fight them. And then they play it calm right here. Good flash. Saivu isolates one duel, a little bit by accident, spots the second player, and then they win and turn around what is a 2v4. Had FaZe won this round, they probably would have walked away with 6 rounds in that first half, which would have been decent, which would have made the game competitive, but they didn't capitalize when they had the moment.
I love that little micro jiggle he did just before, you know, after the flash, which kind of caught the players that wanting to push them, and they became a little bit off sync. And that's, you know, that's Saivu, the small little details that just makes him so annoying to play against, because most players would throw that flash and they would almost wide deep to kind of maybe even catch someone in first box. But he takes it calmly, he makes that small jiggle peak, and that's where the mistakes happens for FaZe.
Wouldn't be a FaZe match, though, without a bit more of a FaZe round, dare I say. Round 14, perfect example of that.
Yeah, round 14 is a fun one, let's put it that way. The other way around, I'd say this time, you know, you see FaZe under a lot of pressure, again, forcing or going up against the force buy coming in from Vitality. It's after winning the pistol again, you think you gotta convert. Karrigan doesn't get much here, Frozen only gets one kill, and you think to yourself, that's gonna be tough. You see a lot of utility on the side of Vitality. Somehow, some way though, FlameC finds a kill on towards Jacob, and then Twist gets activated. It's two players, Brokey and Twist, who are just raw dogging right here. Beautiful display by Brokey, coming in, getting 2 kills, and then getting it destroyed. I think it was a nice moment in the game, because I thought, all right, FaZe Clan, if you can win that one, if you can actually go in and you can convert it, you win the pistol, you go into the second round as well, even though it wasn't pretty, that will make the game competitive. My issue with it was they couldn't follow it up. So despite winning both pistols, despite converting as well, the game never really got close because they weren't able to follow up on those individual performances.
I mean, I don't know when drawing it is ever really pretty.
Lesson learned, always use protection, because round 17, Maui, we talked about the fights with Banana, the Banana control being so instrumental. This is an example coming out this time from Vitality of just how they broke through that FaZe defense.
Seeing this kind of play unfold the dozens of times throughout Vitality's 2025 is why they were the favorites going into this match, okay? The breakdown of utility in terms of just nading off car, boosting over the half wall, flashing over simultaneously, all of the counter utility that FaZe is trying to throw, Vitality's throwing stuff that gets ahead of it and faster. So the flash also on the entries here, we see that Brokey is just so blind. They're even just posted up waiting for him to re-peek off of the pillar to get unblind. The staging of the round is flawless. This is what makes Vitality such a tour de force, where they can take every single inch of map control as cleanly as possible, and there's practically no counterplay. And even the counterplays that FaZe tried throwing out were just met with even better utility.
Yeah, but just pressure upon pressure upon pressure, and it just never stopped, you know. It was almost like they knew they would back off into this position. They knew that they would, you know, seek refuge in some way, and your perfect flashes, kept the pressure going. It's so hard to play against because you never know, like you pull out a nade, you kind of want that first kill before you kind of throw that extra utility out. And yeah, like you mentioned, like a beautiful kind of layered round in adding that kind of step-by-step pressure.
I love that you brought that particular example up because it gives me flashbacks to the, I don't want to say vitality of old, but the vitality of the first 6 months of the year, right? The tail from them was just like such efficient utility usage. That really reminds me of what we saw bombarding basically every single team in the first 6 months of this year.
It's definitely been part of the DNA for the 2025 season for Vitality. Even in this tournament, I think I looked it up yesterday, they are the team who does the most damage with grenades as well out of everyone in the playoffs. So in terms of using utility and always having a plan with the utility, I think a lot of that credit goes towards Apex, it goes to Extas as well. We know from back in the days when it was first being introduced as a concept with Sonic back in the Astralis days, it was the coach, you know, who tried to make sure that you want to tell your players that every time you throw a grenade, throw a flash, or throw a smoke, there has to be a purpose, there has to be a line of thought behind it. And I see that coming out from Vitality as well. One thing is the T side with the perfect executions, but also on the CT side where they never really raced a grenade. You look at Robs as well, whenever he's throwing a flash, throwing a grenade, there's always a purpose, there's a line of thought behind why he's doing it.
And it's such a nice contrast from what we were seeing a little bit more this season, where people were missing utility. Apex even spoke about this after their Blast London loss to G2, where it was actually ZywOo and Flamesy both on pivotal rounds where they missed utility on B hits, just like the one we saw there that allowed people on G2 to find the upset victory. It's kind of it's been one of the biggest detriments to them is just people seemingly unfocused. But what we're getting right now is Vitality peaking at the perfect time. Robs is listening to all the commands. Everything he's doing is with purpose, as you're saying, and the utility lineups and everything just flawless. There's so little you can do when you're hit with world-class utility like that.
What we're also getting is a world-class Mezzy. I know I mentioned it before, but we got the highlights, we got to roll them, because for a player who has responsibilities like Mezzy's, to be pulling these kind of moments off, that is something so special and so rare to see that happen consistently over basically all 3 maps in the series.
Yeah, it's a luxury. If you're Apex right now, if you're Vitality, you're just happy that Messi is overperforming to this extent.
Display.
Yeah, display was beautiful. All the plays was beautiful. The CT side, the T side. I think you said it before, Mario. One of the things that you can always look towards, especially when you're watching his demos or you're watching his point of view, yeah, there will be games where Messi perhaps doesn't find too much impact or where the scoreboard is not looking too nice for him. I never really feel he makes mistakes. He's never over-striving. He's never over-peaking. Obviously, you're going to have games where you perhaps would question your own decisions, but I think in terms of always knowing where you got him on the server, if you're Apex, you can give a task to him. You know what kind of result you're getting out of it. He's just stable in his decision-making and the way he positions himself on the map. Now, at this tournament as well, you add another layer of, you know, individual brilliance. He's winning his aim duels. He's maybe overachieving a little bit in that regard, and all of a sudden you have the perfect role player coming out in Messi.
He's even entering sometimes too, and that's a guy that's using right click to move forward, right? Like what's the deal with that? What's the deal with that? Like, look up. I know a lot of people copy, you know, Simple or Monacy's keybinds in their settings and everything. I don't think anybody wants to copy Messi's config. Take a look at home if you actually want to see how ridiculous it is.
If it ain't broke, I guess don't fix it, but it sounds broke as hell. Let's take a zoom out for a segment, because obviously on the precipice of maybe Vitality sealing this major if they can win the next map of Overpass. But I want to talk about what this would mean for the year for, firstly, Vitality, right? Because we spoke about it. Undisputed Kings of 2025, when we're just looking at the teams that have risen to the challenge this year. An incredible first 6 months of the year. If they're able to do it on the next map, does that reopen the era conversation? Does that cement that we were already just living in it during this time?
It depends on the standard with which you define eras, of course. However, looking at LGSK's era, where there were 4 months between both of their major victories, they won 2 tournaments in between. One was a DreamHack Open that almost felt like they shouldn't have even been playing because they were overqualified for it. The other was an EPL, which is exactly what Vitality did. And so that was supposedly a Brazilian era that we had for LGSK. I don't see why a consistent 15 in a row semifinal minimum appearance, along with a championship, along with 2 bookend major victories, is not also an era. That's just my take on it, and I think that this firmly says 2025 was the Vitality era.
I would agree with that sentiment. It's hard to make a case against the era. If anything, I want to open a new discussion, and that is, could this be the best season? Could this be the best year a team has ever had in history? We kind of had a bit of it in the green room frame when we're discussing. It's obviously between Vitality and Astralis. Astralis had that 1 year where they won 10 trophies. They won a couple of majors in regards to that one as well. There's an Intel Grand Slam being sprinkled into it, but anything Vitality Vitality have done throughout this year, Astralis also did. What I will say is the best argument for saying that Vitality have done the best season we've ever seen from a Counter-Strike team is that you're doing it in 2025, where I do feel the level of competition is slightly higher, but you also have this 15 tournament streak where the worst result you had is a semi-final. Even in the Astralis era, even when they were at their peak, there would be tournaments where they would go out in the quarterfinal. There were a couple of group stage exits as well. I've never seen a team deliver this high, this consistently throughout an entire year of Counter-Strike.
No, I completely agree. There's nothing else to say. You know, I think that this is an era-opening conversation. This is perhaps even the start of it, because they look so sharp. They've had their, you know, ups and they had their down. And if their down period is top fours, there's a lot more to kind of grab from this team.
Another conversation that I think we should definitely be having, and maybe you can call me crazy for this one, guys, but we have to talk about the MVP discussion, right? I'm looking at the numbers. I'm just watching this grand final from the eye test. Mezzi, is he in contention?
Grand final MVP for sure. Right now, it's a grand final MVP. But ZywOo has had great stats throughout the entire tournament. And if he, you know, just keeps having a good map, good series, I think it's hard to catch up to him, right?
The quarterfinals where he just absolutely obliterated Mongols is going to give him a real case over Mezzi in terms of just how much of an effort that was, how much of a great shift that was that ZywOo put in. But obviously the grand finals have the most value in these kinds of discussions, and Mezzi is just wiping the floor with everybody, including the people on his own team right now in terms of statistical output here. So I don't think that there's really a chance because of what ZywOo did that kind of ensured this for himself in the group stage and the quarters, and including the semis too. And the thing is that it's not that ZywOo's putting up a grand final where he's being completely carried. He still had that Dust 2, which was actually just blowing FaZe out of the water himself. So yes, this is an incredible grand final for Mezzi, but if it closes out on Overpass, I think ZywOo would need to have the worst map of his career, and Mezzi would have to have the best for it to be a real conversation.
I mean, it's highly unlikely, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, speaking my language,
it's actually not impossible.
It's not impossible. He closed the gap to Rubs coming into the grand final tonight. It was between ZywOo and Rubs within the Vitality camp. Right now, you know, over the course of the tournament, him and Rubs are equal in terms of the rating for the tournament, and I would even argue that Mezzi have been more influential in the playoff, considering what's happened tonight, what happened yesterday in the semifinal as well, helping out Rubs against Team Spirit. So I feel like there's a possibility that if Mezzi is having another map with a 2.0 rating, and ZywOo is maybe not having the worst map of his career, but just an average map, we can have the conversation again in an hour's time, and maybe we can see what we can do for it.
I love this conversation. I absolutely love it. Clearly, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here because ZywOo, he's been in you know, monstrous form consistently throughout this tournament, right? In terms of the numbers for you, Maui, does it match the eye test? Have we been seeing the peak level ZywOo, or is there still maybe more to give?
Unfortunately not. I mean, if I'm being completely blunt about it, yes, Dust 2, again, showed world-class form for ZywOo, but Nuke and Inferno, he's a little bit more of a passenger princess, okay? He was getting a little bit carried there. It was a little bit more of the efforts of people like, well, on Nuke especially, I mean, they lost that one, but on Inferno, Mezzi was the difference maker. I thought Rops was a huge difference maker too. But then again, referring to earlier stages of this tournament, ZywOo was the man for Vitality. There's no question about it. In terms of rating, T-side output, I mean, he is such a huge spearhead for them on their entry attempts too. I feel like even you give him the AWP or the AK, he's finding so many ways to just get that 5v4 opener, which is why I love praising Donk so much. But it's not that ZywOo is too shabby about those kinds of things either.
I think the unfortunate part for Mezzi is that we're heading into an overpass right now. It's a heaven for an AWPer. You know, you can utilize it in every essence of the map. You can fall back, you can keep being aggressive, even without taking that many risks. So I would be very surprised if ZywOo had a negative rating on a map of overpass where an AWPer, it's his playground, you know? You cannot do anything. It's so hard to kind of clear the angles. So much utility needs to be kind of utilized to force him back, and he will still have opportunities and impact rounds, even from a defensive position.
But they gotta win first, right? There's still a game, there's still a FaZe clan in contention, and who knows what's gonna happen on Overpass.
Well, before we get the game back underway, as we can see teams situated back in the chairs, which are none other than Blacklight chairs, the official gaming chair and desk partner of the StarLadder Budapest Major 2025, delivering pro comfort, stability for all the players on stage and you guys at home, because you can enjoy an exclusive 20% off with the code MAJOR20 at blacklight.com. Let's get back into the minutiae, the finer details of this Overpass, where where this grand final could potentially end, but it is going to be a tough feat for Vitality. Starting on the T side of things, how worried are you for this offensive half from Vitality?
In all honesty, I'm not too worried. Yes, T-side on overpass can be tough. Yes, T-side on overpass have shown to be the diminisher for a lot of different teams out there, but for Vitality, I think they've shown that they are definitely capable of running a good T-side, especially considering who you're playing against. FaZe Clan on overpass, they're by no means a bad team, but now we're getting into the stretch of the map pool. Now we're getting out there where you would argue that it's the 3rd, 4th, 5th best map in the pool, so I would be very worried if I were FaZe Clan.
Well, the greatest show on earth is almost ready to get back underway. This grand final set to continue, but before that, let's head it on down to the stage.
We're going into overpass. You guys are looking incredible. This arena is packed out. How are we feeling? Now, the first ever major best of 5 grand final could end here. Is Vitality winning this? Okay, there's a lot of boos in there. Does that mean FaZe are taking us to a 5th? All right, we got a couple more minutes before we get into this game. So wherever I point, I want you to make noise from side to side. We're gonna have some fun. These guys! Over here! Now! We're gonna go faster. Over there! Here! Here! Here! Here! Here! All right, one final time. Make some noise!
A monster of hype, James Banks. Thank you for this one. We jump back into map 4, where Vitality, for the first time in this best of 5 grand finals, will have a chance to close.
We got the map that gave us 4 a chance now, and new history here. A 4th match in a major grand final. It has to be overpass if FaZe want to take this to a 5th. But we know the threat that Vitality bring on this map. They're demons.
Thank you, Valve, for listening and giving us what we want. More and more Counter-Strike.
Focus on these things. Focus and be there for each other. Remember all the talk.
Yeah, what he said.
Go back to remembering what got you here.
Frozen inside of this B-bomb site. We saw a lot of twists and Jacob on this B-bomb site when it didn't go well for FaZe. Game versus Ninjas in Pajamas was probably one of the worst looks that FaZe brought to this major, and that's when we thought to ourselves, oh yeah, this is done.
And then I took a second look, and they beat Passion UA without pistols. Somehow on this map they did make improvements. I still have trouble believing that's enough to take out Vitality in a situation like this, but it's something. For now, we turn this over to Apex and the T-side game plan on overpass.
Flash for Zywoo, fine by it. Just wants to go head hunting with that P250. Frozen's got first blood. And there's bodies on that A-bomb site. You got Robson, Mezzi, bomb included, smoke as well. Here towards the monster side, Frozen looking to just keep things clean.
Oh, he's about to let him in.
It's gonna find him. Robson's gonna catch Jacob. That's the support of Frozen down. He's just trying to keep his head down into the cover, but Robson's gonna let that happen. Twist on the scene. Falls to Vitality.
Difficult retake incoming. They're gonna run at it.
Robs down into the water, kind of stuck ahead of the cover. Oh, okay. Down from beneath. Robs will strike first. FaZe. Whew. Broken apart. Vitality back on Rops for the pistol.
Yeah, he reaches up from the abyss. That's beautiful out of Rops. A guy who was outshone by Mezzi back on Inferno, who had an unreal map and is having an unreal series. Desk even entertained the prospect of Mezzi getting MVP. But with Zywoo's consistency overall, that's not going to be likely. Won't matter for him. We know how much the team victory means. A hot start on a difficult map. And the crowd starting to see in Vitality what they see in themselves.
Chance for Mezzi to continue racking up rating here. This pistol pack, hope that they could just pounce on it, but no sir, not with that Galil ready for it all. Mezzi's somebody who can go under the radar when it comes to Vitality's winning formulas, but tonight he has been lights out.
He has that understated personality. Somehow it took center stage in this game. So many critical frags. T-side and CT side.
There's a lot of trash talk from Apex to Mezzi, even his teammates. But that playfulness, that yin and yang, it looks good on Vitality. When he's able to, again, bring them from the dark spots.
And that's what's so key about Apex. He knows how to keep it light in his own camp.
If you're going to travel the world and put yourself under scrutiny weekend after weekend, if you're going to try to push the limits of what this game can give, then you better do it alongside people you can laugh with. Vitality's formula. Here come the guns. FaZe ready to hold things back. Again, this B site, I think, was one of the big weak links.
Absolutely. There was a lack of verticality used by FaZe Clan on CT side. Between Twist and Jacob, they were really having trouble maximizing the advantages that CT side can offer you. But that was early on, at the beginning of this major run. Few have learned faster than this lineup, but the amount of progress they require to get to the level to beat Vitality, we don't know if they can get there.
Ooh, Robs has got it. Jacob down, 0 kills so far.
He knew when he dodged that flash. He had the advantage. Dink comes in, but that's it.
Happy to lean on it. Vitality looking for the hot start again.
Frozen looking to make space here for Brokey. Brokey not set up with an op, of course. He'll come and spot this and wish he had one. That was full vision on the bomb.
With a threat looming towards the bathrooms, Brokey goes down empty-handed. A lot of pressure here on Frozen.
Oh, Robs is a threat.
Spam through that smoke's gonna take him down by a third. Twist just throws himself out through that dumpster. Smoke went back's turn, only for the one. There's another one for Kerrigan, a chance to strike, but no sir. It is instant headshots. It is instantly Vitality back to winning ways, and it's ZywOo fueling it in that one.
They're fine letting one kill go. They always trade it. Completely dismantle the A site. Apex's soldiers are moving. They can sense it.
Flushing Robs into the gunfight. Careful what you ask for. Very fuel tools for the job on this one. Robs finds Kerrigan already. Right side of Monster cleared up. That's gonna get the connector players boiling over, hopping around, finding open space further. And they start to begin to understand that FaZe are just sitting on a bomb site. And so FaZe feeling that squeeze, trying to strike Robs while he's off guard. But still, there's guards. Apex here to help him out on the Monster side as everybody else gears up for the short hit.
Yeah,
Frag grenade on Jacob. Damn, man, 2 of them on top of him.
He's lucky to be alive.
Just heaping on the damage.
But it just shows you how well Vitality are moving right now.
And yet still FaZe standing brave in the face of this Vitality attack. We'll try to put Twist up front. Brokey right behind him. Jacob wounded the 3rd layer, but does this all just get chewed up by a wild flying Flamesy Mac-10? Loves to jump around these corners.
You can see it, it's coming.
30 seconds, and they're gonna prioritize Monster first. CT still just want the short side. Flamesy draws them in. Jacob gets his one. Apex on the scene. And that Glock's not enough to best Frozen. The 5-7 fights on with a double kill, but that is it. That is all they end up finding.
to survive for Vitality as they'll take that 4-0 start.
Hey, it's nice to keep the money low if you can, but ultimately Vitality don't care how much they've got. They're on T side. Things are on sale. They're not the team that are going to require an op to do well. FaZe didn't have the money for it. Last round when Broky was defending on the A site.
Not much to stand on so far for FaZe.
Vitality have seen map 4 this year more than any other team. They're coming in strong and
So
Jacobs
fast.
early.
Instant execution of both. No chance, no hope, no FaZe.
Totally slapped up. Whole site taken over. Bulldozed. And I'm loving the tempo change.
Yes, sir.
FaZe wanted a little respect, but that's earned.
And right now, Apex just laughing in the face of Kerrigan. And Apex who wants to outcall Kerrigan to chip away at that greatest of all time conversation. Apex whose career has shown evolution in his role.
He's looking for 2 chips in 2 games.
He'd be the first.
He'd be the first to be one of one. Apex. A career as long as anyone else. A lot of legends in this position ends up as coaches, end up on the periphery of the game. They don't have an active role calling.
But Apex, built different.
He also hasn't been doing this his whole career. He was a standout entry fragger in the middle of CSGO. One of the best players in his role at the time. The most unlikely switch to an IGL. From any role I think you'd expect.
I remember when it happened. Criticism immediately out of the gate.
Instantly took a break. Came back a couple weeks later. It felt like it was too soon. He believed in himself. Vitality did too. And with time, he prospered. And when people make moves like that, it opens the door for other players to try it in the future.
Flames just make such quick work of these gun rounds.
That's nasty. You know, with the way that Jacob's playing it.
They might start to play a bit crazy, okay? 5-0. Let's go, but let's stay composed. We expect everything, okay?
Apex just trying to keep everyone centered, keep everyone relaxed.
But also at the same time, I think keep the finger on the pulse of FaZe Clan. You know that a wounded animal is going to start to get wild, and that is exactly what FaZe Clan are. You know, this is a team that's been playing with their back against the wall almost all major long, and that's when FaZe pull out their best. When defeat is right on the other side. And so we'll sit here and we'll wait for it because they've earned that belief.
They look to take this round slow. As you mentioned, wounded animal. If there's going to be desperation, sometimes you want to starve them out. No early frag here from Broky, as he got vision on ZywOo earlier.
You're only going to get away with that boost one.
You know, if he doesn't capitalize on this op right now, we don't know how many more times this half he's going to be able to get one. Money-wise, that's going to be a huge issue.
Sitting posted on top of Dice. Frozen plays the wall in front of him. Kerrigan supports from behind. Constant jump spot so that nobody has to worry about long. That's what's going to allow Broky to stay fully focused, laser sharp on the bathroom side as Frozen tiptoes his way into cover. It's temporary. 25 seconds. Vitality playing down with the clock. It's back turned. And as Kerrigan collects the headshot, Rops has got the answers back. Apex won as well. Broky loses his support system. But he'll strike down Apex, secure man advantage, and dive into the bank.
It's got to be ZywOo to plant the bomb. It's coming down to 10 seconds. Rob's going to have forward control, but he can't defend this necessarily.
Here it comes. They're going to try to dive ZywOo. That's the cover. Rops with the headshot. Broky won the no-scope sick, but Rops is just so nasty.
Oh, man. Robs from the bank, cashing in on those 3 frags.
6 rounds into this game, and Rops, a titan at the top of the scoreboard at 12-2.
And it's those 2 trades back quickly after Frozen and Kerrigan get those 2 inside of bathrooms, and you think, okay, wait a second, and it's Rops to hit the kill feed instantly. 4 in total on this round from Rops.
You want to talk about Vitality knowing 4 maps because of their constant arrival in best of 5? Sure, but let's talk about major grand finals. Rops featuring in every single one since we've begun with CS2.
He can wait for a trailing flash. Zywoo will throw it.
Apex pounces! Sick transition! A reminder of where he came from and what he can do!
That's the entry fragger we remember.
Vitality are not here to waste your time. They're not here to give you false hope. They are here to crush your heroes.
Team of the year, no matter what happens tonight, but they're still here to win. The fact that this is house money for Vitality shows us that this is a team in CS2 we've never seen. No one can compare. Their biggest threats, first rounded, they make it to grand finals.
Унижение, максимальное унижение, блядь.
7-0, it's a total blowout. Half buy at best is gonna come in. Nightmare situation for Neo as he has to somehow inspire confidence, call a decent half buy here, and let his team know they need to still believe. Because there's nothing else to do after this. It's gonna be a long break for the loser.
That transition told you there was good things coming here from Apex. Doesn't waste the moment. Slams twists out of the round.
IGL for IGL. Kerrigan's impacts a lot of the maps that he's been having. You've seen some really quality play. Apex fallen off a lot. For him to come alive here in grand finals when it matters the most shows you how they picked up so many titles this year.
FaZe have been on the longest journey one could possibly take, from stage 1 of the major to the grand finals. I mean, Cinderella, eat your heart out. You've got nothing on the FaZe clan. But maybe it was just all too good to be true. FaZe's fight yesterday was phenomenal. Their nuke beginning in this series gave you belief. But Vitality will bring reality crashing back down around you. And as the push off of that B-bomb site tries its damnedest, because FaZe always will, they are meeting their makers. They knew that they were going up against the best.
The best. Nuke feeling like years ago. Vitality just start to coast, running through these rounds, suffocating their opponents. When you have to grind from stage 1, there's a price to pay.
The beauty of Counter-Strike is that it's built on its history. And as far as history and accolades go, a guy like Apex doesn't have much more to chase. He's gotten all the big ones that he wanted.
And everybody off the break, reassembling their rosters, making roster moves, trying to be the team that can take down Vitality. And also some unlikely stories coming up. Fallen, a player to find a resurgence within himself with his new lineup, threatening Apex and his new position as the top IGL. He had a chance to show us something. But potential's only worth so much. Vitality have nothing but hardware this year. Results, proof.
All the evidence you could ever hope to point to, and all the experience that comes with it is why now, given a chance to close out this major grand finals, FaZe Clan can't even cut it close. Twists. Desperate to get something going. He's going to try to take over short on his own. Oh, but even that comes at a cost, down to 47 health.
This is what momentum's all about, man. Every aggressive move you make now is now obvious. You don't get to play with your opponents because you haven't conditioned them. You're the conditioned one.
Round olmuştu. Başlayalım. Sanki
This is going to take luck, skill, and ingenuity.
Right now, it feels like all those belong to Vitality.
Yeah. Are FaZe tapped out of confidence, or do they have a little more?
5v4. You got to try to build that belief back, brick by brick. A 5v4 and damage on Rops is something to work with. The 4 rounds of a CT side at best. Doesn't sound like enough now, does it?
Reforming this attack towards a 4v5 almost doesn't feel like a disadvantage for this team right now. Oh, instantly back.
Yes,
A part-time hopper putting this one together.
Trying to take it over. Broky this chance. Zywoo instant headshot shows the depth of his ability. Optimus push here from Kerrigan. He'll catch 1 kill as Apex's bomb plant gets denied, but it's going to get picked back up.
They got to run at this.
Oh,
I think he might have it.
It's close. Cover's good. Bomb's planted. No chance. Just when you thought FaZe had a moment to catch their breath, just when you thought there was a sliver of hope, Vitality rip it away from you.
No luck at all. Nothing going their way. Rops to get this kill with Zywoo beside him on a rifle, taking out the Opper on the other side. That's the depth of this team on display. Zywoo, the most efficient player in history.
Set up by Rops, the damnation of FaZe Clan right now. Changed jerseys, switched projects, brought Vitality to the top, and will shove FaZe into the dumpsters here on Overpass at this rate. 18 kills in 9 rounds of play. Broky's gonna be found out by Zywoo. FaZe are trying anything they can to get anything going. They will find no refuge. They will find no saving grace in the face of a Vitality that not only built an era, but an empire. Their run in the first half of 2025 spanned the globe. All of the difficult travel days, all of those long journeys, never enough to put Vitality off kilter. There's never been excuses for Vitality. There's never been reasons to doubt.
Apex doesn't care who the crowd is cheering for. He brings his A1 game no matter what. 2 up now for FaZe. Jacob, the rookie. Tasked to defend this B site, taking out one more victim of Zywoo.
A double-digit T-side for Vitality. And how desperate you must be. As the crowd that chanted your names as you took the stage this morning turns on you while you save. But this gun isn't just trying to save the next round, it's trying to save anything of this CT side. FaZe Clan fan favorites disrespected by Vitality in this 4th map of the Grand Finals.
This is what it looks like when you know how to win. FaZe have not lifted a trophy this year. Not played a best-of-5 grand final. The last time they played one in CS2, they got 3-0. No maps in CS2 in a best-of-5 grand final, and it's not the same roster. It hasn't been any time recent. Everything was stacked against them, but it's never been so apparent than it is now. Still, an emphatic Xtaz behind Vitality, making sure they don't let go of this death grip they have on this team. And that's because no roster in this major has been as scary as FaZe. no matter what the scoreline has been.
This is one of those moments where you think if you don't laugh, you'll just cry. How many times is Kerrigan going to make it to a grand finals only to have his heart broken? Because I think he's a little used to heartbreak by this point, but embarrassment? FaZe are known to fight. Still sitting on 0 rounds of the favored side on Overpass.
It's a map that'll make you, it's, you know, normally this happens on CT side and the map feels tiny. Here you get a chance to control the tempo. Initiate reactions, but no, it's been Vitality. Still puppeteering every situation in their favor.
Brokey sees the shadow. The sliver of light that was an opening kill instead is their ex-teammate surviving and still thriving. Top of the scoreboard.
They're just begging for one whole frag.
Didn't even look them in the eyes as he has blasted his way through this CT half. Apex will find Frozen. Executes him with ease on the climb up towards that A site. Keeps the threat of the 12-0 half well and truly alive. Nobody will ever be able to take FaZe's name out of Budapest when you think of the run that they have made. Vitality had to stare the most stacked playoff bracket in history straight in the eyes and tell themselves, we are still the best. And what a display this fourth map will be if they can continue to just keep winning each and every round. This B-bomb site has nothing to say. No opposition can stand this test.
This one's going beyond the strategy, beyond the tactics. This is where we see Counter-Strike can be 100% mental. Vitality, they see the finish line, FaZe don't, and that's clear.
One for the road, Kerrigan. It's nice to see him laughing, but I can't help but feel like he understands this game is done. And if this game is done,
he's come to a lot of major finals.
I didn't say it.
What a statement from Vitality, if that's how they close the year.
A year that has already featured so much success for Vitality, we thought it was damn near impossible for them to ever get better. Their struggles only began in the second half of 2025 as the evolution of all of their competitors took center stage.
They've taken their rows out of the water. They're cruising. They're in the flow state. It's not the work they put in this game to get here. It's the work they put in this year to get this game.
Frozen's off, finds Flamesy. Just trying to find that one. Weight of the world on FaZe Clan's shoulders. It always has been for this entire major run. Apex is gonna make sure that it's one and only for Frozen on the op.
Another 5v4 answered back instantly. Double op set up here for FaZe. One last stand on this CT side.
Brokey trying to play ahead of the smoke. Yeah, he'll find it. Collateral shot, but Rox makes sure to send bullets back through. And so the numbers stay even as the scramble comes forward here for FaZe. Just not the embarrassment. That's all they hope for. Rox into the AWP. Pop by Twists. Leave it to Zywoo to crush the FaZe clan. A Tech-9 in hand. And a bomb over towards the bathrooms. He's not going for the bomb. He's going for the kills. He's going for the throws. To rip out the jugular and to crush their hope. By God, FaZe clan find one. Majors are a celebration of Counter-Strike. And Vitality looking truly like the best team in the world. FaZe clan just trying to enjoy this moment.
Yani FaZe olsa comeback kılar iyi olursa biz this bular olsa this one. Şuna 10 milyon bu yüzden. Hani biraz bular. İlk taraf gece bular.
For an entire major, we have watched as FaZe Clan fight back from the brink, but never has the game been so stacked against them. Never has a result felt so far from their grasp. An 11-1 half to Vitality's favor on Overpass, showing us the depths that it takes to be the world's best.
It's something we can all relate to in this moment. All you can do is laugh. We see the smiles on FaZe. We see the smiles on Vitality. They have a layup to close this.
It's GG, guys. We know that. They have no chance. We're fucking great.
And Apex still says stay focused.
Never give FaZe Clan slack. That's the rule. ZywOo sitting behind the barrels, trying to be that world's #1. And as Berettas go down, it is a glimmer of hope here for FaZe Clan. Remember, they take pistols off Vitality. And so maybe a T-side run is still yet to be had. A little more room to fight with in Budapest. 4 versus 2 in the post plant. Flamesy and Rops over to the short side. Neither of them have a kit to play with. Twist goes deep towards Graffiti. And FaZe Clan still want to give each and every one of you a show. Tiptoeing their way in from short. It's both down, and it's a FaZe Clan pistol. But it's a long road to that 11 rounds of Team Vitality.
And instantly all the words come out here from FaZe Clan. And again, it's house money for them. If they make something happen, amazing. If not, well, at least they didn't put their expectations up too high. This is why Apex said stay focused. It's another great pistol around here to stave off the embarrassment of an absolute shutdown of a map. And that's why everybody loves FaZe.
Why is Xtas pissed?
Oh, you gotta love it. You have got to love it. Budapest, are they making this comeback? Come on. They always wait until you think you've seen it all.
That's why Counter-Strike's the gift that keeps on giving. Because how many times have you told yourself, well, I've seen it all? They will pull on your heartstrings to the bitter end. Little deagle damage, careful now. You'd hate for it to be an embarrassing end. 5-7 of Mezzi drops this slow Rops flank from bathrooms. 5-7 good to kill Frozen. Remember, they're ex-teammates. Don't let Rops be the one. How does ZywOo do that? Double deagle kill. No. There comes Flamesy. And there's that swift reminder. Kerrigan, good luck. Rops hands on the AK, cut down FaZe Clan. Yeah, it's all a laughing matter.
Oh, and it's not even a rifle to do it.
Until reality slaps you upside the head, 12-2. Vitality now stand on the finish line.
Reality minutes away. FaZe doing their best to try to ignore it. Oh my! And ZywOo's getting kills like that.
They know how close they are.
One of the few times FaZe don't convert around like this.
The first half of 2025 will be remembered as Vitality dominating the opposition. Constantly the champions. The second half of this year was one where they had to take a back seat and had to learn to adapt. Had to learn again what it was like to feel the loss. ZywOo steps forward towards the bathrooms to try to end this here and now. That long push comes onto the flank. And now Apex over over top of the van. Kerrigan, there's nowhere to run. So little place to hide. Frozen meant to support him. On for the 1v3 or else. Vitality reigning, defending, back-to-back major champions. One frag from it and Frozen will fight to the bitter end. Apex on the front of the bomb site. Frozen on the swing, and it's Apex himself to end it. The one and only Dan Mattisclair. 2 majors in CSGO, 2 majors in CS2.
And who knows how many more. This team bouncing back from themselves versus a whole new field. Bigger, better, and stronger to get the final word in the second season. After already giving us something we had never seen and thought was never possible after Astralis.
They built their era, they claimed their empire, and now they will pen the beginning of the second act of Vitality's global domination. With Budapest as our battleground, where history whispers from every cobblestone, Vitality's legend will never be forgotten.
Never. This team jubilant, fans on their feet, everyone waiting for this moment.